Hello everyone and happy Sunday. Oh, how are we all? That's right, Dees. I've got enough fuzz on here to give you a bit of tickle. Cheers. Here we are again. Oh. I'm glad you enjoyed that sneeze. Here we are again, episode 21 of Pariahs. For fuck's sake, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? But apart from that, I hope I all find you well on this this beautiful, I say beautiful, somewhat rainy in England Sunday. Thank you for joining us. I am, as per usual, on the old Pirates Grog, spiced rum, because it's good shit. Have I got anything to announce? Not really, I don't think. If I have, nothing comes to mind. So with that, I guess really it's just a case of lowering that music and bringing in the rest of the people. Hello.
Good evening.
How are we? Oh, this Discord has been a bit...
Hiya.
A bit derpy. Let's change to different Discord server.
Voice.
How about now?
There, that's better. There we go. Oh. How are you all?
Oh, no bad.
All right.
Ready.
Yeah. You ready?
Boom, ready.
Always ready. 24/7 ready.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so in that case, Cypher.
Is it time for me to do my thing?
It is, yes. Yes.
I tell you what, next campaign we're doing, we're just going to bring in a ringer that can do this shit, right?
Yeah.
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 He's going to write out the fucking notifications and do the beginning thing, because,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be done.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so last week was the start of the big heist. And we started with everybody getting in costume and getting into position. Cypher and Garrett got there without a hassle. The twins, on the other hand, yeah, they played a little bit of fucking dress up, darling. Teresa ended up as a dirty whore.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yep.
Let's go with that.
And Vanya was her twin sister, who clearly just started a night. So hilarity ensues. The accent
Oh, yeah.
was on point. I don't know which point, but it was on point. I hope to be hearing that again soon. If nothing else, for my own entertainment.
That's fair.
But yeah, after they played Dress Up Darling, we everybody got in position and we did the heist, and it went off without a hitch. He says, meaning that we got away with it. People in the crowd, not so much, but you know, their loss was our gain.
Yeah.
We kind of needed to start a hubbub hustle because
Yeah.
there's more guards in the back.
Yeah, there was a lot of collateral damage in that heist.
In the words of Lord Farquaad, that was a sacrifice we were willing to make.
Yeah. So we got away scot-free. Nobody saw us because we're all in disguises. However, some people did get cut down, kicked off a bridge, and shot with arrows.
Yeah.
Ooh. And in the first instance in this campaign, we set a cart on fire. You know, starting small.
Hey, yeah. It's you know, it's not the whole city yet, but I'm sure.
Hey, we started this campaign preventing fires. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
We did.
That's a fair point, actually.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I'll let you off. I'll let you have that one.
So yeah, we got back after Garrett made his swiggity swooty 200 million IQ play of fucking bringing along a little box with some clay in,
fuck
so you
that.
can make a fucking press. Because Solution was like, ha 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 ha! Gonna steal the press, are we? No, it's attached to the table, dickheads. Fair play,
Shit.
fair play. Would have worked. However, Lee has a massive schwad.
Massive schwad. Confirmed.
With the
Huge
huge
bonds.
brain in it. Yeah. And he just outthought him. He was like, don't worry, I've been setting this up for weeks. Check me out.
Yeah.
We got back. He made a little mold with some lead. I think it was lead. Yeah, with this new cast iron skillet. that
Yeah.
he got from Fanya.
Here I am. I'll try and meme up. Here you go. Here's a 10-foot pole and a fucking iron pot. Oh no, Lee puts it to you straight away. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to need a 10-foot pole in the right, Fanya.
And,
I mean, it's come in handy, you know?
Yeah, you never know when you're going to need to carry a giant squid back home.
Or poke somebody with it.
yeah.
Or poke somebody with it. Yeah. So in amongst all of that, Teresa had, I don't know, a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, we'll call it that. Wasn't Cypher's fault. Hashtag
Change.
can't prove anything.
Literally his fault.
Prove it.
You can't, can you? No. You
Going to
can't
the
prove
VOD.
it. Shit.
So yeah, fun and games were had, and then we decided to go for a little jaunt, go see our old boss man / landlord.
Yeah.
Ooh, little sip of rum. There we go. And yeah, he got a nice big box of money, and he was like, "Oh shit, nice." He was his usual piece of shit self, flirted with both Teresa and Vanya. But he gave over the keys to the underground to Garrett. And
Wait.
what?
Hold on, sorry, Lucius. I don't think he flirted with Vanya. I think he offended Vanya. Didn't he?
Little bit of column A, little bit of column B.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Courses for
it's
courses. It depends on how you take it, you know.
Yeah.
do continue, sorry. Just, yeah.
Are you saying that you're not happy with my advances, Vanya? Oh, you're a rude bitch. Sorry, carry on.
You know, she likes them big, thick, and green. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Oh god. What was it saying? I should have just left that part out.
Yeah.
We got the keys and a warning that down in the underground might not be as empty or as unlived as we once believed. But I guess today we'll find out.
So, anyone wish to add to that? Where did we end off last time? It was the for a short rest overnight, weren't it? After getting back to the folly.
Yeah.
All right. So, in that case, then, if there's nothing anyone wishes to add, we'll pick things up the next morning in the main halls of the Baron's Folly. As per usual, I'm going to go around the virtual table and ask, what are you all doing or have done in the process of your morning routine?
I think if everybody's okay with me going first, this might be good for this to happen first.
Strap in. Yep.
You guys ready?
We're ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was my evil laugh, by the way.
Oh no, we need to work on that.
All right, so I'm gonna take you guys back to last night before we're in the tavern, okay?
Mhm.
So after the heist, Vanya's feeling quite accomplished, and with the success of the heist, and so she's gonna head upstairs, to start her bedtime routine, and this is a pretty intense bedroom routine that she goes through. So she likes to have everything in order, of course, no surprise there, so that she can start her day out right. So she focuses on tidying the room up first because she wants to wake up to a clean room. And she spends most of the time cleaning up like toast crumbs on the floor and on the bed from Cypher. And so she goes straight to her closet after she gets done cleaning that up, making sure every bed is, kind of straight edges and made before she gets into it. And she always straightens her closet up because sometimes Cypher likes to sleep in there and messes up her spacing of her dresses. And she likes the spaces to be equal distance apart, and she's got this all figured out because it allows the fabric to breathe and to last longer. And before she opens the door, another thing that Vanya does for the day is that she decides what she's going to wear the next day. In last session, we learned that she wears dresses based on her mood. So tomorrow, the dress that she's going to pick, it's a special dress. It's you hardly ever see her wear this dress. And the reason why it's special is because everybody's spirits are just incredibly uplifted, and hers are with the success of the heist. And she usually, what you see her wear is, because of the state of things, the dreary streets and the negativity of everyone, she usually cycles through her most colorful and vibrant garb to kind of lift everyone's spirits and herself. But today was going to be different because everybody was in good spirits and she was feeling great. So tomorrow, she thought, tomorrow she'll wear the black dress because this will signify that she has made a difference and everybody will be in just high spirits with positivity. As she opens... Oh, go ahead.
So basically, for the positivity, we're going with Goth Vanya. I approve. Do continue.
Yeah. Because she doesn't need to have the vibrant clothes and stuff because her job's done. So as she opens the door, she suddenly realizes something doesn't seem right. One dress was 1 inch too close to the other dresses. She knew right away that this wasn't the work of Cypher, as they would all be out of alignment as Cypher was in there rummaging around. It was her black dress that was out of alignment. The one she had one day dreamed of wearing because it was a special day for her to wear that dress. So after she made sure all the dresses were 2 finger lengths apart, she goes to the last dress and pulls it out to inspect it. For once in her life, Vanya went speechless. She places the black dress in the closet and then grabs her most vibrant dress that she wears when she isn't feeling the most positive and sets it out for tomorrow. Then she grabs one of her pieces of paper that she's been, carrying back and forth to her schooling with society. And she rips it into the same number of squares that there is staff and crew and writes, tavern, first thing in the morning. and slips it under everyone's door. So that morning, everyone in the tavern is woken bright and early to the sound of screeching tables and chairs being dragged across the floor.
All
Because
right,
Vanya...
I'm going to inject some chaos there for a minute.
Okay.
Stood off to the side, leaning against the bar, is the perplexed, aged, weathered expression of Francis. He's scratching his chin, looking at Vanya. Yeah, go on.
Actually, Francis, I'm gonna need... You know that squid?
I mean, it's a bit out for you. Might be a bit.
I'm just
Slimy.
gonna need a feast. A feast.
You want me to cook it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna leave it with me. I'm going on it. I'm going on it. I'll leave it and get it done quick. I mean, might be. If you hear any bangs from the kitchen, don't worry about it, man. Francis just flashes a thumbs up at Vanya and a wicked grin crosses his features.
And she goes back to pulling the table because she's trying to make the biggest table where everybody can sit around it.
Okay. Easily done. I would say, as this is going on, in the meantime, you would hear Francis slaving away in the kitchen, to the point where several large explosive bangs would echo out and certainly shake the floorboards for the first floor. So for those who weren't planning on waking up, you are definitely now awake. Through a few of the cracks in the floorboards, smoke starts to rise slightly. You just hear from down below the shout. I think it's not that moment enough. Might still be a bit cold in the middle, but it'll be right. So, I would also imagine that Garrett would probably be the first one down, if not already.
What is all this noise this morning?
Vanya looks up from the head of the table, already eating on some of the stuff that Francis had put out, and he sees that Vanya doesn't look like she's ever looked before. Like, her hair is a mess, dark circles under her eyes, crumbs all over her face and dress, with a pile of like handmade dirty black and pink fabric flowers beside her. And she's just like stuffing her face. It's nice of you to join me, Garrett. Have a seat. We'll wait on everyone else.
Garrett walks to the head of the table and just looks down.
It would also be... Don't go on, I'll let you carry this on.
Yes, Garrett. You choking? You're not asking me to move, are you?
You're absolutely correct. I'm not asking you.
No, Garrett, I have to... Can I at least go down to the other head of the table? Because I need to be front and center for this.
Yes, to the foot with you.
She's going to grab her plates and stuff. It's going to take her several trips to relocate because she's got to relocate all the flowers and like her big like feast that she has.
While this is going on, it would be at this moment where Francis exits the kitchen with this, what can be described as a charcoal squid draped over his shoulders. Drops it on the central table. There you go. I'm a bit wet in the middle, Mark. It's cooked, I guess.
Thanks.
You're welcome. By this point, Falco also arrives and looks around the hall with a bit of an arched brow. Hello, hey. That's, fucking hell, you've done a bit of remodelling, I see. That's unusual. Oh shit, it's a bit of a feast on. Oh, well, in that case, I don't mind if you do this, Vanya, or is this one of yours, Garrett?
It's something not of my doing.
Right. Falco focuses his eyes on Vanya at the other end of the table. We just meant to, just sit down and dig in.
This is mine.
All right,
You can
all
sit
right.
down and wait on the others. Yeah.
All right, sure. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll do just that.
I'll share when we get to the bottom of this.
Falco pulls up a stool, sits pretty much dead center of this multitude of tables that have been strung together, and just looks at Garrett at one end of the table, slowly turns, looks at Vanya at the other end, and is like, all right, this is a bit awkward.
And she's just sitting there, staring between them, smacking on this chewy squid.
Cypher.
I'll come wandering down, half asleep. I've still got the blanket, the pillowcase that I usually use to cover my head, because I've still got my normal face on. So Cypher toddling down with a bag on his head, 2 holes cut out. He just walk down and just plunk his ass, not even at the table, in the corner somewhere out the way.
Falco just looks over to Cypher, looks at Garrett, looks at Vanya. Oh, it's too fucking early for this. Eventually, Errol, George, and and Finn turn up, having also been woken by the explosion. And last but not least, Kruger. And for the moment, that's with obviously Lyella and Julian. They don't sleep in the tavern, so they don't. They're not due to turn up yet. Last but not least, Reza.
So, Reza was still awake last night when she saw a little slip of paper slide under her door. And she read it, and she's like, oh, shit. Because she had planned to go out this morning and check her traps, because she hadn't had a chance to check her traps in quite a while, so she wanted to get that done. So she got up extra early to go out and check all of her traps so she wouldn't miss this meeting. So she is loaded down with her catch, pretty kind of like all, I mean, she's been crawling around in the brush and everything, so she's relatively filthy, but she got some more rabbits and whatnot, so she just kind of walks back into everybody sitting around this table.
Vanya looks up, says, Reza, have a seat. You're the last one. We can now begin. I'll when you sit down, we'll start.
Sure, but can I just give these rabbits to I'll just sit down. How about that? And so she just dumps all of her kills on the table and sits down.
Vanya places both hands on the table, looks up, screeches the chair back to stand up so that all attention's on her. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Vanya.
There's no easy way to start this, so I'm just gonna go ahead, okay? No pleasantries. Okay. A horrible tragedy has occurred. Such a tragedy that breaks the bounds of trust. And she stares across the table into everyone's eyes.
What happened, Vanya?
Hey, what? I feel like I'm missing something.
Let me finish.
Oh, alright, sorry.
We will not leave this table. These tables that are put together, not just this table, all of these tables, we will not leave where we are sitting right now until someone confesses to what they have done.
Garrett gets up and walks into the kitchen to get some hot water.
That's okay because I know Garrett didn't do this. Where was yes, we'll start with you, Francis, and then we'll go around the room. And you, Reza, she points at Reza, will go last.
What happened, Vanya?
We're gonna hear confessions first. You will go last.
Well, do we really need to put everybody through this?
Yes.
I feel like you have something to blame me for, the way you're kind of pointing at me and telling me I'm supposed to go last.
I'm making assumptions right now, but if somebody else comes clean before you do, then you're off the hook.
Is this about the dress? Vanya?
Vanya pulls the dress out, lays it out in front of her. You can start.
That dress looks pretty. I thought I'm gonna think my dress looks like it's been through the walls.
Francis just stands up, walks to to where Vanya sat and just starts picking up this dress.
It's a nice rag. If you're not using it, I could use it in the kitchen for cleaning up spills and stuff.
Stop touching my dress, Francis. Just stop. Reza, I will go sit back down, Francis. Reza, I give you the floor to explain.
Certainly. And so Reza stands up and goes to go stand by the dress, and she first points to a little hole at the back of the hem. So you see, this little hole here was made when I was climbing up a very steep wall to get to the steeple where I was keeping watch over everyone to make sure nobody got injured. Right, so that was the first mishap. I thought, I can mend that easily. So that's all that happened there. Now, mind you, this dress was pink yesterday.
It's the hole is still there. It's not mended.
Well, yes, because it was very late last night. I was going to do it today.
But you made a promise.
Yes,
Continue, because there's more than just that hole.
Remind me the verbiage of this promise.
That you would return my dress to me. In perfect condition.
The pink one is in perfect condition. This one's black now.
No. No.
Well, yeah, so the rest of the damage came. Well, there was a tussle on the stairs, and I won't say any names, but it ripped more of what was under here. So when I went to go put it back in your closet, I thought, oh, the pink one must be her favorite because it's so vibrant and beautiful. I would hate to have ruined her absolutely favorite dress. And like, oh, here's the black one. It looks like it's never been worn. That must be her least favorite. I can't imagine Vanya wearing black willingly because it's such a dreary color. So I thought I was doing you a favor by changing the black one into the pink one so that your favorite color was restored to you. And then, since you probably would never wear the black one, I thought it wouldn't be that much. But I see, I by the look on your face, I feel like I've made an incorrect assumption.
Those are all my favorite dresses. You tussled. This is not a tussling dress.
All right, come here. And she forcibly hugs Vanya and just holds her there in a hug, patting her back. Let it out. It's okay. Just let it out.
Don't touch me!
Let it out, Vanya. Just let it out. Let it out. It's okay.
That's my dress.
You're angry. I know. I'm sorry. I betrayed you. Let it out. It's okay.
Okay. You admitted it. I didn't have to force it out of you. I was going to zone of truth you if you weren't honest. And I know that we promised to not do that to one another. But sometimes measures...
We promised honesty, and I will always give you honesty, and my actions last night had the best intentions, but I can see I was wrong, so I will help you fix this poor dress on the table in front of us.
It can't be fixed because in the scraps I have made these. You will owe me a new dress, and if I have to make a contract for you to get me a new dress, we will do that. Can I trust you to get me a new dress?
Of course you can.
And I want it handmade with silk thread.
Handmade with silk thread. Okay. I have noted this down. Does it also need to be black?
Yes.
Okay,
And
black dress, handmade silk thread. Okay.
And I want the softest fabric on the inside that just ever so slightly hugs my body to give me that warm embrace of comfort.
Like a crushed velvet sort of thing?
Yes, that sounds delightful.
Okay. And she's still hugging Vanya and patting her on the back.
Okay, you're forgiven, but before we end this session, I have made these fabric flowers out of the remnants of my late dress. And she goes around and she starts pinning them on everyone. And she goes, let's say that these flowers signify that we can overcome the worst and learn to forgive. But also let these be a reminder not to touch my things.
Can I have the rest of the dress? My Uncle Drag.
Yes, you can.
No,
You can have the rest of it as a rag.
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna make a nice little apron out of it. We'll see.
And with that, Francis walks up, manhandles, just grabs the remains of the dress, scrunches it up into a ball in his hand, and he goes,
Cheers, thanks. Oh.
Francis, you want to take all those dead rabbits with you?
Oh, yeah, I'll turn them. I'm having tomorrow. Doing some sort of stew for the usual punters. You know, my bit of rabbit stew might bring a bit of coin in, warm them up. Yeah,
That sounds lovely. You could probably just wrap them up in the dress and carry them back to the kitchen so they don't drip.
Yeah, not bad.
So Francis just scoops up this several rabbits and rats that were caught and just dumps them in to the center of this dress, ties it up, makes a brief knot in the top, throws it over his shoulder.
That's not a bad sight, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, right here, brother. I'm thinking on the deck. Make sure you eat that squid before it goes, even colder.
Just pain is just across Vanya's face as she's watching all of this.
Reza goes back over to Vanya and... Come on, Vanya. Let's get you back upstairs, get you cleaned up, and, find something else for you to wear today, and try and make as positive a day out of this as we possibly can. Have I told you how much you inspire me to stay positive through the darkest times?
Fucking
do.
kiss ass.
You do, Vanya, you really do. And I'm sorry I haven't told you that more often.
What's my favorite thing that I tell you?
Oh my goodness, there's so many to pick from.
But what's your top favorite? Like, what really changes your day so that I know to use that more?
Okay, Callie, you did this.
No. This is fine. This is fine. I have something, don't you worry. Vanya, what inspires me the most is just watching you power through each day in silence and doing your very best to motivate all of us.
The kitchen door bangs open and Garrett comes walking through with a cup of tea in his hand.
You've passed Francis on the way with this blood-stained old dress turned into a haversack over his shoulder.
Not one, mate.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Garrett, is that my positivity?
Okay. No, this is tea.
Oh. What? Okay.
While we're all gathered, we might as well talk about the day. Before Vanya puts all the chairs and tables back where they were originally situated, the customers wouldn't like a big long table.
Now, remember, Vanya, it's never too late today to put something off until tomorrow.
This is not how the phrase goes.
Really? I thought it was.
No, you should do it today to make the rest of the day.
Okay, well, I'll work on it. We'll have an individual coaching session. It'll be fun. Okay.
I feel like I need to. We do need to have a session. You've got it all wrong. I haven't done my job.
Alright, throughout this entire interaction, Cypher's been sat there chewing on a squid leg, and now he's halfway up the squid tentacle. He's just looking at people like.
And Reza is still standing there with Vanya like half forcibly under like a shoulder around her, an arm around her shoulders, just kind of like holding her close.
This is what Garrett sat there thinking, what did I do to deserve all of this? Have I wronged someone somewhere? But are we all calm now and in control?
Yeah. We're on full belly.
Yeah.
Falco, you might as well stay here. We're going to need your input in this.
Falco's there. He's got this charcoal squid tentacle, like half hanging out of his mouth, similar to Cypher's. Like, Hey, all right. Oh god, that's cold on the inside. Sure. I guess the rest of the lads can go back and get fucking a couple of hours rest before that shift starts.
Yes, I don't think they should have been bothered in the first place, but tell them I'll make it good with them. Give them some drinks.
Oh, we're getting some drinks, are we? Oh, good. Oh, make sure it's the good stuff, though, eh? Hey? Because, you don't want none of that shit.
I'm sorry,
Garrett?
are you saying that my drinks are shit?
I mean, let's be honest, the vast majority of the stuff behind the counter is fucking... I mean, it's better than most. Kruger holds his hands up. But, and he motions just towards the top shelf. A little bit of the old top shelf stuff wouldn't go amiss, eh?
Top shelf drinks for top shelf work.
Yeah, Falco just turns around in his chair, takes this squid tentacle out of his mouth and goes, "Hey, top shelf work, you heard him. Kruger, fuck off. You're useless half the time anyway."
Oh, well, alright then. I guess I'll just go back to finger popping my arsehole outside the front door. Yeah. Alright, don't mind me.
So
With
you
that-
do stand outside the front door sometimes, because the other night when I came back, you were just only poking your head out once in a while.
Kruger's expression immediately drops.
No, I mean, I might have nipped to the loo. I had a bit of a slash when you came by. Yeah, that was it. I was just making a quick. I'm always out there. It's freezing. Yeah.
Right, well, that was... Is everything alright with your bowels? Because you were gone for about 4 hours.
Kruger
Shit is
looks-
clogged.
Kruger looks at Reza. Side eyes Cypher as he says this offhanded comment and then looks back at Garrett.
Hey, I'll be outside for the next.
Oh look, it's my double shift tonight. Oh, fancy that.
I'll see you all later. Yeah.
And he immediately makes a bolt for the door.
So, yesterday we went to see Asmund. And we got the keys that he neglected to leave when he left.
Falco arches a brow and nods, looking towards Garrett. Alright.
He did mention there was some unpleasantness in the lower floors.
Well, of course he fucking did. There's rat fucks galore down there. That's why he balled the whole thing together. Why do you think he started, throwing the odd carcass out to the rat bastards? It's to sort of, to stop him from crawling any further into his fucking prized cargo of loot and fucking ales.
I think we should explore down there and see if we can't stop up these rat holes.
I mean, honestly, seeing and hearing what you lot have accomplished, then I don't think it'd be too hard, Rat bastards, there's a lot of them, and in big groups they're a pain in the arse, but in the smaller tunnels, shouldn't be that much of an issue.
Excellent. You've been down there before, I take it, Falco.
I mean, it was a few years back, but I've been down there once or twice. I can either come with you, or I can just give you a bit of a layout of how it looks.
I think some first-hand knowledge might be useful. If you'd like to join us, you'd be more than welcome.
Oh, I don't like going down in dark places, but because bear in
Reza
mind,
Snickers.
Falco, I don't like going in places that's pitch black. Aye, because granted, down there, I'm not just talking. It's it's dark. It's there is no natural light whatsoever down there. It is pitch black. Even you, and he points towards Vanya. Your pointy ears. You can see better in the dark. It's still dark.
Well, we should take lanterns with us then.
Smart. Hi. Consider me on board. I'll be your lantern bitch and navigator.
Excellent. Well,
When we gotta go, because I got lessons real soon.
as soon as your lessons are over and I've finished my tasks and Falco's got the guards situated where they need to be, we can move on from there.
Okay.
So, what I'm gonna ask now is, for you all to give me the usual morning routine. What sort of things you've been up to? What have you learnt? While I fuck about with all of the things that I had planned and add Falco to it.
You're welcome.
Nice.
So yeah, who wants to go first? What's with this?
I can go first.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you're talking about the lessons. Never mind.
Yeah. So just in regards to lessons or what you've all been doing in preparation. Who wants to do what?
I'll go first. Yeah.
Okay.
So Cypher will start as usual tutelage, but today was focused on soul gathering and soul manipulation. So it's more of a practical lesson as opposed to, because usually they do something practical, and then I'm sent to study. Today, the coroner wanted some souls gathering, so we did that, and then the rest of the day was.
So, no, you want to gather the souls. Tell me how would you begin this?
Coroner's got his arms folded and staring over Cypher in the centre of this chamber.
Well, so gathering from the mass, yeah. So from the mass, you can, well, how I don't know if it's the same for you. I find a shape, and then I attach a shadow to it, and then I can draw it out and control it that way,
An interesting, slightly different proposition to what I'm used to. Interesting. Show me.
And Cypher will hold out both his hands, and his shadows will start appearing. So we have 5 shadows standing around him, and they all kind of reach out and just pluck out a soul with these little shadowy hands, and they form it into a ball, draw it in, and put it into the lantern.
Good. Now,
He points over towards a slab just off to the side where there's the corpse of an elderly beggar.
you're speaking. I wish to see it without the use of.
And he motions a hand towards the central obelisk.
Without the use of the obelisk.
Okay. Can I still use the piece of paper? Or...
He nods.
It's just some of the words are long and funny, and I get my words mixed up. Okay.
Very well.
And he won't read it from the sheet. He'll just look at it just to make sure he's like, right, yeah,
Sure.
word, yeah, and get himself right and be like, okay, and then he'll cast Speak with the Dead.
All right. As you reach out and concentrate with a hand held over this corpse of a street urchin, what happens to him?
It jerks, and then sits bolt upright, looks round, like totally confused, freaks at both the coroner and Cypher. 'Cause Cypher, when he's here, doesn't have his face on, so it's just Cypher's natural, like
Natural
pale
change in
complexion.
appearance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tries to run, realizes the rest of his body doesn't work. Whoa, calm. Whoa, just sit. It's okay.
Where am I? What's this place? Who's that? Who are you?
I'm Cypher. Who are you?
I. Dominic. Yeah, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. You know you're dead, right?
No. I can't be dead. No.
Why Cypher's doing this? He's got his hand up, and he's counted down 2.
Can't be dead. No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm Dominic.
Do you remember anything? What's the last thing you remember? 2 fingers held up.
I'm Dominic. Yeah. Sleeping. So tired. It was cold. Yeah, it was a cold night, and who
You
are
sleep
you?
outside?
Who are you? Yeah, I'll sleep outside.
1 finger held up. Are you scared, Dominic?
I mean, you're a bit weird, but he's really weird. And hey, how'd you know my name? I'm Dominic. Who are you?
I'm Cypher, and Cypher closes his fist. Go back to sleep.
And with that, the reanimated body of this urchin just stiffens momentarily and drops back to the slab. The coroner, with his arms folded still, not so much folded, but he's got both hands in the sleeves of his black robe. He just nods.
Good. Yes. A very good start.
Yeah, it got a little bit repetitive, like with his name and stuff, but I think that's the best one I've done so far.
Then, if that is the case, keep hold, study a little longer, but for the next time you come, I will find you something different, more exotic, yes.
Okay. Cypher's excited by the word exotic. Sounds fun.
All right. So what I will say is, considering you've been studying this for 3-4 days straight, under the guidance of the coroner, I will now allow you to have Speak with the Dead as a full skill, or a full spell to use. So, as per the norm, with the additional stuff, once per day or once per long rest. Sorry.
Okay.
But hey, free shit. What more do you want?
Free shit is free, guys.
It is. Yeah, we'll have a get together and see what sort of direction you want to start going with the coroner. All right. Anything further from your cipher?
No. Like the rest of the morning is repeating that, you know, or more repeating the words because he tends to fumble some of the longer words. So.
Sure. All right. Next up, who wants to go? Who's been doing stuff this morning?
Reza has.
Reza, what have you been doing, Reza?
Reza will have gone after Francis into the kitchen and taken those rabbit skins
Okay.
and the rat skins, and she's gonna go over and visit Garlic.
Fucking garlic.
Yeah.
Bear with me. Earlier I was like, yay, I don't need these locations anymore. I can close them all down.
That's dangerous with us.
That is stupidly dangerous. So. There we go. That's bring us back to. In fact, that's not the right one. Come on, Garnack, where are you? Oh, this is the new server, isn't it? Okay. Let's bring us into that scene there for Market Row. Is there anything particularly you're wanting to question Garnack about, or is it just a drop-off for him?
Oh no, she wants to see what he's made with the last stuff she brought, besides bunny slippers.
Alright. Frustratingly, because I've switched the servers over, I've not got his portrait to hand at present, but we'll make do without. So, as you begin to meander your way through lower streets and eventually hitting the main stretch of Market Row, you off to one side you approach the familiar stall with accompanying tent of Garnack the leatherworker, and as per the norm, he isn't on his stand. He just seems to be. You hear, the odd screeching and squealing noise coming from the large tent set about back. This smell of offal and various chemicals permeate around. Which basically, Garnack's tent is. There's no other vendors or stores nearby due to the smell of the chemicals used for leatherworking. Okay, you approach the stall, no one's there.
So she kind of knocks on the wood frame. Garnack, wakey wakey.
I'm awake, I am awake. Just hold on just a minute, I'm nearly done with treating this. Oh, it's you, Reza. Just give me a moment.
Just take your time.
I fully intend to. This perfection cannot be rushed. No. You need to hear the sounds of the gnome making his way out. And eventually, as he flips the tent open, he stands out with this dripping piece of leather in his hand. He looks over. So you're back. Good. Slippers, did you like them?
They are probably one of my most favourite things ever.
Bear with me. Sorry, I think I've just reduced your volume rather than the music. So Garnack nods. Good. I guess you've come for the other stuff. Yes. No. No.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
No.
You have. Of course you have. No.
And I
no.
have brought more skins and furs.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So with the other bits you brought, I've made some braces. Yes, not like braces that for trousers, but for your arms. And saw you had a bow over your back, yes. Stops you
Yes.
getting, rope burn. Yes, if firing too close. Yes. Yes? No. No.
What?
Yes. It's just nodding.
What?
Braces, archery braces, yes?
Interesting.
I mean, if you bring me something bigger, I can make you something bigger, but you're bringing me fucking rats and bunny rabbits, so...
What,
Yeah,
you
make
can't
small
piece
things.
them together to make something larger? What kind of
No.
motherfucker are you?
No, you can't. It's like some sort of god-awful mess of stitched things with different textures and... No, you need big pieces of flesh, big leathers, make something strong, reinforce it. Yes, treat it properly. Like a lover. Yes, you treat the leather like a lover. Smother it in its juices. Yes, you see, and it becomes hard.
Okay, well, I'm just going to stop you there because I'm getting some, imagery that I really don't want to think about. But here, do what you can with these. And I have a special request for you. And then she kind of
Yeah.
leans over
Okay, go on, go on.
and whispers in his ear.
Okay.
And I will DM you.
Yep. So Garnak leans in. Even being this close to a leather worker, Reza, it'd be pretty repulsive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what you? I mean, yes, I can sadly do that, but I'm gonna need, the floppy bits on top.
But can't you do that with one of these rabbits?
Yes. If you want rabbits, I can do it with rabbits, but you did not say rabbits. No, you did not say rabbits.
Let's just do it with rabbits then.
All right. Consider it done. I will get it sorted with what you brought me. Give me 2 days. I'm very busy, you see. Very busy.
And black. With black and pink.
You black what is in?
Black fur and pink dyed leather pink.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
All right, then I will do that. Are you sure? It's a bit of an odd request. I didn't
Well-
say so myself. I can't say
Trust me, it's a gift for very different. But can you put like a little something extra in it, maybe like a little enchantment or something?
You want me to fucking enchant it as well? You want me to start pulling magical gems out of my backside? Huh?
And she reaches into her pouch and pulls out 5 silver and sets it on the counter.
All right, consider it done. It will be the most magical thing you've ever seen.
Lovely, thank you so much. And she just pats him on the cheek.
Yeah, he nods. Just before you go, if you ever get you and your friends ever get somewhere that I could expand my business, perhaps with an actual roof, I could do more rather than working out of a tent in the street.
Good to know, thank you.
Or maybe barrels. If you could get me some large barrels that could hold... They'd have to be pretty strong barrels because of the acids used. But some big barrels would be amazing. Yes.
Now that
absolutely
is
amazing.
much more easily done. I will bring you barrels when I come to pick up that order.
All right, good. Leave it with me. I shall get it done. Yeah. Gnome straightens his belt, nods once towards Reza, and then kicks back the flap to his tent and steps inside with this amalgamation of... Go on.
The braces? I would still like to see them.
No, you want them? Oh, I was going to... Okay, sure. He returns from the tent with these 2 leather braces and offers them towards you, Reza.
And she takes them and tucks them in her bag. That's the word.
So, if you have a look, there's a little socketed thing there. Now, I've not really got anything of use to put in it yet, but consider it a little magical pouch that if you find anything useful, or I don't know, some sort of orb or gem, or hell, you could even put a knife in there if you want, but something that can hold an item for you. You could conceal it in the little flap there, yeah. And he points to the bracelet and shows you that there's like two almost like press stud buttons that allow you to open up this bracer with a very small compartment. A dagger wouldn't be able to fit, but maybe a small flat blade, like a throwing dagger, or something of its ilk would fit in there that could be concealed.
Nice.
Or again, just a small item.
Very handy.
Yeah. Again, you bring me, actually, some big pieces of leather, and I might be able to do something, but with these little pieces, then that's the best you're gonna get. And bunny slippers, of course. Yeah.
Understood.
Alright, well, I guess I've got a job to do. Fuck off! And with that, he turns around, throws the flap of the tent closed, and stirs back into his makeshift workshop.
So, Reza will head back, but and we don't have to RP this because you probably don't have the scene. She'll just stop by Dwen's and place an order for 5 large watertight barrels.
Okay. Alright. Not a problem at all. Obviously, Dwen, knowing you, the only thing she would ask, is it personal or is it for business? In other words, are you paying or is the business paying?
Well, that's a really good question. How do I? This is personal. This is personal business.
Okay. Dwen just arches a brow, nods, and accepts the order. Again, making 5 large barrels. She gives you a 2-day lead time.
Can Reza just ask her to deliver them to Garnock when they're done?
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. She gives a little bit of the. We don't need to RP this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, you started it.
So Dwen, the half-orc and handy woman, just nods. You want me to deliver those things to that weird, foul-smelling gnome down the strip, yeah?
Yes, please.
Oof.
He works for me.
I'm sure he does, but still, how big of barrels are we talking? And if I'm giving him like stupidly big ones, he's gonna stench out the entire row. And then before you know it, a few other stall vendors are gonna end up caving his bloody skull in.
We're working on finding him a new location.
Oh, new location must be nice. All right. Well, I'll see what scraps I can get, and I just charge your labor rather than parts, because there's a few things that have turned up recently that I can use, so it'll be cheap.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Also, how's Garrett? Is he all right? I've not seen him.
He's quite busy. Quite busy being the boss man.
Oh yeah. How's he going with all that?
Quite well, actually.
Should have chained him down when I had the chance to be my apprentice for years. Fucked up on that one. Alright, well, if there's anything else you need for the place, you let me know, and I'm sure I can cobble something together for you.
Thank you, Dwayne.
You're all welcome. And with that, she just takes a large hand, ruffles Reza's hair, and then sort of pushes her out of the door, back onto the street. Anything further from Reza?
Nope, she goes home, kicks back on the bar with her bunny slippers on.
All right. An hour and 15 in. Do you want to call a quick break before we check out on Garrett and Vanya? Quick pee break. Refill the clock. Yeah.
Why
Not a
not?
bad idea.
Hour and
All
15 in. We haven't got into the meat of the session. So us.
Of course it is. All right. I need a new ice cube. So, I will be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
So,
back.
yeah, I like to think of the first sort of hour and a half as the, sort of character building portion
The
of the
warm up.
session. Yeah, just getting everyone back into character after a week and, welcome back. Getting more of the social aspects out of the way before shit hits the proverbial fan. I believe it's on P. Is it on P? It is on P.
It is.
All right. Garrett or Vanya.
Garrett, you want to go first?
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
Well, Garrett has spent most of his day locked up in his room, tinkering with the seal, trying to reproduce in exact detail the indentations made by the real seals.
Roll me a quick
his-
sleight of hand check.
All right.
It's pretty damn close. You don't manage to do it the first, like straight off first attempt, but I would say on the second attempt, you nail it.
But it's quite an awkward way of doing it. So he sits and thinks, remembers the press that was in the guardhouse, starts designing something that will replicate it. Not saying as big and obvious as what was in the guardhouse, but more like a box with a lid that will push down so the seal's in exactly the right place every time.
All right.
And over the next couple of evenings, that's what Garrett's going to be building in his little workshop area of his room.
Yeah. Sort of like almost like a wooden press as such. That's
Yeah.
Instead of it being this big metal, cast iron thing, it's more of a, all right, I'm on board. Yeah.
Something that could also be hidden from casual searchers, because
Yeah.
the powers that be would not look kindly on this if it was
Of
found.
course not. Oh, hell no. Being able to forge passes into the coin flow district is if found out, will be an incredibly quick way to have a slip of rope around your neck and be swinging from the gallows in Nova Stoya. All right. So, yeah, I would say that'll take probably about 3 days or so maximum for you to nail down completely, to be able to get repeatable results time and time again. If you're happy with that, or unless there's anything you wish to.
I'm good with that.
You good? Yeah. Okay. Anything further you wish to add, Garrett?
He's just going to keep an ear out for when the rest of the party arrive back at the Folly, because obviously we've got a appointment downstairs.
Yeah. So, Vanya, over to you.
All right. Well, Vanya cleaned herself up, and she's going just like Cypher to the society for her training, and but she leaves early enough that she has decided she's going to pick somebody for her first contract, and
okay.
And she's going to find somebody who is down on their luck and just kind of look like she did this morning. And, to interview them about what's their deepest desires and to kind of start that relationship and conversation with them. And she'll do this each time that she's going to the society to train. To add to the contract, to kind of tweak it and whatnot.
All right. In that case, then, let's see how this pans out. So, as you begin to make your way through lower streets, you pass the usual collection of beggars and urchins, but one gentleman, elderly, catches your eye. He's sat with a small single lantern just in front of him to light, a few feet of a cobblestone in front of him up. With one leg missing, he is asking for various alms and aid. Looks over towards you.
Anything for an old urchin love? Just something. Few coins, perhaps.
But before I give you anything, can we just talk? And she gets down onto the cobblestone beside him, onto her knees in front of him.
The man reaches over, takes a small clay cup and offers it towards Vanya.
Water, not exactly the best, but rainwater, clean-ish. Do you want a drink?
I'm good. My name is Vanya. What's your name?
Vanya, it's a pleasure to meet you. The name's Clarence von Arson.
Oh, Clarence, it is very, very nice to meet you. Can I ask you, what's your story?
Sure, yeah. How much time have you got? I mean, how young and like you, well, I mean, pretty fine, less if I do say so, but, well, yeah. I used to be...
And he points just off, and you see a large tower in the direction he's pointing. Very similar to the one that Reza climbed in the Piker district the previous evening.
Well, years back before our old overlords took over, when I was a young man, I was, well, part of the governing body of Lower Streets, I was, yeah.
Well, what happened to you?
Those fucking bastard vampires is what fucking happened, didn't it? As soon as they came into power, was it 50, 60 years ago? Oh yeah, all of us Novostoyans, they don't want none of us in power. I was ejected from my job. Couldn't pay rent on my bills or anything like that. And they tossed me out on the street. Lost my job just like that because of those vampires.
He raises a fist in the air.
Fucking blood-sucking curs. Fuck yeah.
Clarence, I feel your pain. I feel it. What is your deepest desire? If you could be granted one thing, what would that be?
One thing, you know what? The one thing that I would ask for is just the knowledge that someone, someday, is going to stick those pointy-teethed bastards at their own game and fuck them over. Yeah, retribution. Not not vengeance, but, maybe screw them over their own game. Take over something of theirs. Yeah, see how they like it. Yeah.
Would that make you happy? Would that change, your
actually,
outlook on things?
Even better, you could fuck over the local governor of that administration building. Yeah? Thomas Verbecht. Yeah. That'd make me the happiest man in the city.
Good talk, Clarence. I will be back tomorrow and we'll continue, talking about your deepest desires.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you could bring a few coin with you as well, that'd certainly go a long way.
She gives him 1 silver.
Holy shit! All right, and Clarence takes the silver coin, kisses it, and offers a single nod towards Vanya.
Right, you're not one of from the administration, are you?
No, I'm just a person that cares.
Oh, all right. Well, Vanya, it's a pleasure to meet you, and look,
Holds the coin up.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. She gets up and...
What sort of things do you like? Do you like sweet things?
I like vibrant things.
The old man nods and strokes his incredibly long beard for a moment before offering Vanya a waving farewell.
And she heads off to the society for her lesson.
All right. So, what sort of things do you think you'll be learning at the society? And obviously, if anything catches my attention, I may jump in.
So, what she's learning today, so she gets there, of course, a little bit early before the hag gets there. And, she's...
can't call her that.
Oh, sorry.
So before the nurse is arrived.
The nurse. I'm sorry.
Don't apologise to me. You know, if she heard you say that, she's like, oh.
But she's gonna walk into Vanya, taking her papers and sprucing them up with vibrant colors and glitter and spraying them with perfume because she needs something to make her happy. Because today just didn't start out great. And she's also brought with her that squid ink to ask the nurse to help teach her, you know, how to do the magic ink with that with the pixie dust. And then
so very quickly, I'm going to ask you, can you roll me both an Arcana check as well as a intelligence check, please?
Okay. Oh, I tried to roll initiative.
I mean,
I'm
if you
gonna
want to
fight
go on,
her.
if you want to fight her, that I'm good with that. 13 on Arcana, okay, and an intelligence check, please.
An intelligence check. Let's see here.
All right. I will say that you're now at the point where you're beginning to understand the written words, and you know, starting to get to the point where you're able to form simple sentences in this language that the nurse is teaching you. But she is still very reluctant to tell you exactly what the writing's name is. But you're definitely on the road now to be able to understand it. And again, should you ever come across any of this writing in the wild, you'd be able to recognize it. But as I say, sadly, at the moment, you're not certain. You know, she won't tell you what language she's teaching you.
Okay. But Vanya's also going to, through, you know, every day that she meets with this gentleman, she's drafting her first contract and tweaking it.
Okay.
And that's what she's been up to.
All right. That gives me something to work with for next session. Good. So, with that then, if there's nothing further anyone wishes to add, you would all begin to eventually make your way back to the Baron's Folly. And it would obviously be here that, Garrett, you would hear everyone returning one at a time.
I put away the things I'm working on and make my way down to the tavern area.
All right. Everyone is at this point would be gathered. Falco. Again, midday. The tavern's now either in the process or just having been opened. So a few of the locals would now be sat around a few of the back tables. Layala would be running drinks. Julian behind the bar, but Falco would be sat just off to the side near the fire, waiting with Cypher, Vanya, and Reza.
Okay, I take it everyone's ready then.
I am ready already.
Sorry, ready for what? Oh, right, okay. Never mind, I'm good.
I'm in the right headspace now. Thank you.
So, with that then, I guess we're... and Falco thumbs down to the ground. Going on a bit of an adventure.
Yes, let's see what Asmon's left us with.
Yeah, we're going into the dark.
Alright, so from what I'm, again, granted this was a few years back, but in the cellar, just off to the back where a few of the large casks are, if we move them out of the way, in fact, come, I'll show you. And with that, Falco motions for you to join him in the cellar of the Folly.
The solution sound like he's underwater for anybody else.
Yeah.
Yo,
it's them.
there's a-
Really?
Yep.
Even now?
No,
better
he's on
now.
fine now. It's just every time I point it out, it goes fine.
God knows what's going on.
Discord doing Discord things. It's alright. We got
Yeah.
the gist of it. Let's go.
Okay. So with that, you begin to make your way back into the familiar sight of the Baron's Folly cellar, led by Falco. Cheers, Smith. I appreciate it. Falco motions just off to the left. Alright, at the back there, just off to the left, there's a few... So, basically, this door here would normally be covered by...
Boxes and shite.
Boxes, barrels, kegs, so on and so forth. So Falco just begins to... moves over, points to the amalgamation of kegs and... so if you could do me the honours of, helping me shift this shit, then... that should prove, open the door for us at least. Is he going underwater then?
No, you're good. I was just moving my character.
Yeah. Alright. So
I got it. I'm really strong. I got it. Then Cypher tries to pick up the biggest box. And then goes, I don't got it. Somebody else get it. And leads it up against the wall.
after everyone chipping in, and over the span of, a good 10 to 15 minutes, you eventually move all of the barrels and kegs out of the way. That reveals an incredibly old but sturdy wooden door. Falco had to rip off a large canvas to finally reveal it, and he motions. Ta-da! This here is the door into the depths, as Asmund used to call it.
This is why you had all those traps set up, eh?
That's one of the reasons. Yeah, it's one of the reasons, but... Garrett, if you'd do me the honours. And he motions towards the locks.
I pull out the keys and look for one that's the same sort of size as the lock. Put it in and start to twist.
Alright. So, once this door's open, just get ready on the off chance something fucking weird rolls out of there, but this will drop down into a long chamber which will run over the alley between the folly and the bunkhouse, and then that'll eventually lead to a three-way junction that'll split off into 3 separate chambers. So Falco draws his long sword and his short sword, motions for everyone to do the same. Alright, Garrett, whenever you're ready.
Garrett puts his ear up against the door and listens for just a second.
Roll me a perception check. Silence. You hear nothing from behind the door.
Here goes nothing. And unlock the door and slowly start pulling it back.
So you had to put a little bit of effort into the key. With this door being closed for several years, eventually the sound of a metal bar being unlatched rings out. Not only does it ring out in the cellar of the folly, Garrett, with your ear to the door, you can also hear this metallic clank echo down what you can only imagine is a long hall. And as you open the door doesn't... Yeah, the hinges have not been oiled. Falco's there, like, scrunching his shoulders, like, oh god, that's unpleasant. But there is no movement. Nothing lurks or leaps out from the dark.
You weren't kidding. It is very dark down there.
Aye, there is no light whatsoever, apart from...
Whoa.
Go on, Cypher.
No, Cypher's just like, oh, a dark place. Starts wandering in. He's like, hello! He's looking down the corridor.
Hello, hello,
Cypher,
hello,
Cypher.
hello.
Huh?
Let's not warn everyone we're coming.
That's not the
Oh, okay.
If anyone has a lantern, probably a good time to light it.
Anyone with
Reza.
a lantern? Yeah, go on, Reza.
I was gonna say, I think I might have a torch. Or
Cypher's throwing a strop now that the torches and lanterns are coming out.
yeah,
yeah.
she'll pull out a torch and light it with the prestidigitation.
Okay. But yeah, so even with this, granted, all of you have dark vision, but this is pitch black. So even, dark vision will work in dim light, but in pure darkness, you could only see, out to, I think it's about 30 feet. With dark
Would that be
vision.
60 feet for me?
Yeah, 6 feet for you.
Vanya will also pull out her lamp and light it.
All right. So with Falco has also got a lantern at this point, and he's bless him, he's only human. He doesn't have any goggles or anything to, so he just lights the lantern and hoists it up. All right. So, and he begins to motion down the corridor ahead. This goes on for quite a way. And we'll get to a junction that'll go off in 3 directions, almost like a cross. If we take the leftmost turning, if I remember rightly, that used to be like some sort of old underground gambling place that I think Asmund said, maybe a bar, I can't remember exactly. If we take the right-hand turn, I just know that there's some chambers there, and if we go straight on, that's sort of goes in a little bit more in the direction of lower streets, towards Market Row. I can't remember, but just keep your ears out for the sound of scratching, because again, the reason we turned this place up is due to the little rat bastards that are scampering around the sewers. Eventually broke in.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to shut the door and lock it behind us, just in case anything tries to give Francis a fright.
You don't give that old bastard enough credit. He would see a rat fuck as some sort of gourmet food. In fact, no, that's a good shout. The last thing I want to be doing is eating rat folk stew made by Francis. Close the door, please. All of our health.
Quick question. Did Reza have any issues walking through the store? I'd imagine not.
No,
Okay.
so
Let's start with one of the closer rooms.
it's
Maybe
kind
the chambers.
the chambers. Oh, so we want to be turning right when we get to the junction. All right. I'll lead on then, I guess. And with that, Falco hoists the lantern up and begins to march down this incredibly dark long corridor. After
Cypher will take up the rear because he's sulking now.
as you begin to make your way down, roll me a quick perception check, everyone.
Oh, wait, that's initiative.
Reza.
I can't get my HUD up on this scene.
Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why. Because I deleted your character.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, ignore that
There we go.
23. That's initiative by mistake.
God damn it. There we go. Try now, Garrett.
Yeah, that's good.
God damn, I was gonna roll too.
It was.
Solution.
Yes.
Can I? Well, I guess I'm gonna try this, and then you tell
Okay.
me if I can do this or not. Vanya's gonna cast Control Flames on her lamp so that it extends the brightness, so that we can see a little bit further around her.
I will allow it, but I will say that if you keep this up for an extended period of time, have you got any? How much oil have you got on you?
Let me see. I've got
2 flasks. So I will say you're happy. I'm happy to do that, but it will burn through all of your oil to keep it going for an extended period of time.
Okay. I might eventually just, if we need to put out, that I will.
Reza has a torch out too, by the way. So
Okay. Yeah.
Garrett's got his hooded lantern as well.
So
In that
are you guys
case,
wanting me to make all of your stuff brighter, or just
what-
for me to not do it?
No, we're just letting you know you're not the only
what-
source of light, so do what you need to do.
What I'm going to say then
Okay.
is I will allow those with lanterns to roll again to class it as advantage. So Reza, Vanya, Garrett, roll it again, perception, and we'll class this as doing it with advantage because of your. So we've got 15 for Reza. 17 for Vanya, and 19 for Garrett. Okay. You would all notice, apart from Cypher, who's at the back, and Falco, who's you can't see exactly very well in the dark, is that just roughly ahead, about 30 feet, there's a bit of a shimmer, a shine on the wall and floor. And as you get closer and closer, you would notice that this shiny surface begins to quiver and move.
Does that look familiar at all to Reza?
I would say at this point, for Reza, potential. Who's been under? So who's been underground often in the city?
Maybe the early months of Cypher's life. Yeah, maybe the first month or two of Cypher's life he spent underground hiding.
So, Cypher and Reza, you would know this to be something called an urban ooze. Now, the urban oozes are, as you can expect, a ooze that has been formed with the various materials of an urban environment, excrement, dead creatures. Reza, Cypher, roll me a history check. Yeah, roll me a history check. Makes sense, Cypher wouldn't know.
Yeah, he's a year old.
Yeah. Reza, I'm going to DM you something quick.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to call out, whatever you want upon encountering this this one or two ooze ahead.
Like, hold. Think on the abilities. Stay back.
It's yucky.
It's you're right. It's very yucky, and it's you just need to stay away from it. Otherwise, you could get. It's just like sewer sludge in that thing. So we need to.
I'm gonna stop you there for a minute, Reza. You are breaking up real bad. Let me change the Discord server quick. See if that helps. Hello.
Hello.
No. Hello.
Are we good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was that so? Yeah. What were you saying again? Sorry.
Oh, solution.
Now I can
Yeah,
make it.
just making the rounds. He'll probably be fine in a minute. So Reza is just cautioning everyone to stay back. These things are disgusting, and I have getting close. Really bad idea. You could get really sick from this.
Can we get rid of it?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's something you would also urban oozers. They're not exactly hardy. They're just, again, made up of sewage, carcass, detritus, whatever, the various filth of society that all coalesce together. They
So,
just
sorry, go
are-
ahead.
No, I was going to say they are just genuinely unpleasant, disease-riddled, slimy carriers.
Yeah, so Reza's gonna hand her torch to Falco. So here, hold this a minute, and she is going to pull out Thicket
Okay.
and. Oh, that's gross.
We'll move it over there near Falco.
She is going to do a grasping arrow
Okay.
with this.
So you gotta roll to attack first. So basically the way it works with your stuff is you roll to attack. If it hits, then you choose to do what you want to do.
Okay. 20 hit.
Certainly does. An ooze is large and squishy, but it's not hard to hit. Not hard to miss.
So that's 4 plus the damage from the grasping arrow.
All right. Yep.
And then he needs to make an athletics check. How was that 0?
Grasping arrows. Yeah. So bear in mind, I have hit by that arrow takes an extra 2d6 damage. Yeah. So since I've moved the server over, some things are broken, which we will find out as we're going. I will change that now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for some reason that's not it's not worked. Okay. There we go. With a is it DC 13 athletics if it moves. All right, there we go. That's fixed for future. So, as you begin to make your way down this corridor, you quickly notice this slimy filth mess beginning to start to form down the corridor. You pull Thicket, launch this arrow, and as it hits this ooze, immediately you would all see a brief flash before the vines begin to twist and twirl around the ooze.
Right, okay, so that should slow it down. Let's just take care of it from a distance.
What do the rest of you do?
Cypher's initial instinct is just throw a fucking shadow bolt at it.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yep, it certainly hits.
19 demooses.
Holy fuck! What happens to it? If this thing currently grasped by... In fact, Reza, how does your grasping arrow look, if you don't mind me asking?
It kind of looks like a harpoon with vines coming off of it.
Alright. So, with this, these tendrils now gripping around, the slime's starting to... While for a moment you think it's affected by this, it just starts to ooze out around the vines. Cypher, you hit it with this bolt of shadow. And...
It, the bolt, the shadow bolt hits it, and where it hits, it starts, like, dissolving itself in this black mess, and just starts kind of like bubbling away into like just a dry residue before it kind of flakes away.
Alright. As the urban ooze dries out and turns to powder, desiccated, Falco casts a glance around. You can obviously see things that I can't. What?
There's a poop monster!
I think the official term for it is urban ooze. They're gross. They just carry disease and
Yeah. So that if they're here, then that means that the rat folk aren't.
Why?
Have you met the rat fox?
Yes.
What's a rat fuck and an ooze gonna do in a fight? Think about it.
The ooze killed the rats.
I mean, it's certainly possible. The rats are going to do two things. They're either going to throw themselves at the oozes, get devoured, and quickly realize, no, they're not like us. You know, we encounter an ooze, what we're going to do? We're going to burn it. We're going to, do what you lot did. And rats aren't that smart. Oh, fucking don't say this place is
Swarming with oozes.
swarming with oozes, eh?
Well, they're slow and stupid, so...
I've got a bad storm rolling in, FYI.
No worries. Hopefully it's hopefully you're good.
Vanya's gonna ask, Reza, Cypher, I've got an empty perfume bottle. Like, if I put some of that ooze in it for maybe later, for, like if we need to use the disease or something, is it gonna be safe in the perfume bottle?
It might dissolve the bottle depending on what's in it. I think we just leave it though.
Okay.
Okay. Are you leaving it? Are you going to collect? Because bear in mind, at the moment, Cypher's Shadow Bolt turned it into powder, basically.
But we could put the powder in it, and then maybe later, like if we needed to put it in, it's morbid. I don't know. But we could rehydrate it, reinvigorate it with some water.
I leave it to you. Just keep it away from me.
I'll give you a hand. You don't want to touch that stuff. It's
Okay.
this is like a dry turd right now.
So
Yeah.
I'll just set the bottle down and step away.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then Steffi uses helpful shit to start scoop up the powder and load it into the jar.
So, you all would see darker patches just begin to scoop this powdered ooze into a vial. Do you cork it as well, Cypher?
I get the shit to do it. I'm not touching it.
Yeah. So you'd all see this this cork, almost grasped by a shadowy hand, just cork this vial full of desiccated ooze.
You be very careful with that.
Yeah, and before she touches it, just in case of like some stuff like flickered onto the bottle whenever they were filling it, she's gonna clean it with the prestidigitation.
Okay. So, with
All we need
that,
now is hazmat suits. Fucking.
so I dare say that unless one's literally above our heads about to drop on us, I'm fucking useless out here in the dark, so I'm going to be relying on you lot to keep your eyes out and make sure that none of these dirty fucking slimy bastards fall on my head.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea though. Just keep your eyes on the roof as well.
All right. In that case, then, you've got roughly a 5 or 10 minute walk through this long corridor where you would easily come across 7 or 8 of these oozes. So, I'm going to leave this to you lot. How do you navigate this? What do you do before you get to the junction? Garrett, start with you.
Well, Garrett's not gonna start tossing knives around, because what he knows about oozes is the last thing you want to do is spread them into larger areas.
Shit.
But he fumbles in his bag for a second and there's something he's trying to find. And he pulls out a decanter of endless water.
Okay.
And before he does anything, he just sort of says, "These things are so dangerous, can we not just wash them away? Because filth a butt does not like being cleaned with fresh water."
Oh, Garrett, I have a little bit of soap left too if you want to put some bubbles in that to freshen them up.
It can't hurt. Reza, you've dealt with these things before. Would a jet of water be any use against them?
Reza?
You talk.
She dead? Oh,
She done
she's
dead.
dead. Oh, she's gone for
She's not
Oh.
here.
She's gone pee. She's gone pee time.
I thought the
but-
storm got her.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that amount of water rushing down would certainly be able to dislodge a lot of the slimes from the floor and maybe a foot or two on the walls. Or they would definitely move away from it.
We could push them into a big pile and take them
And
out of
then-
range.
And then smash him. Yeah, I like it.
I'll pull out the decanter of endless water. take aim and say, "Geyser."
Fucking. As this. In fact, you know what? While I'm currently changing a few of the the scenes around, how does this look, Garrett?
It basically looks like, imagine a firefighter with a hose,
With an invisible hose.
trying to put out a bin fire in a tunnel. And the water blasts out and starts knocking the oozes apart slightly, breaking down the filth and pushing them back to where, out of the tight confines of the tunnel there.
Okay. What you don't see is further down as this blast of water now begins to roll down the underground tunnels, and as it reaches the end junction, it begins to spread out. The vast majority of the users having clean water begin to immediately pull back. Those that were in the central corridor going down to to the junction are were washed away. Even those that were on the roof sense something is unusual, different. They don't like it. They don't know why, because they're fucking oozers. They don't have a conscious thought, but their environment's changing, and they too begin to move. So with the occasional flicker of light reflecting from the lanterns and torches further down, you do begin to just notice that those that weren't washed away, those that are on the ceiling or on the walls, have now begun to retreat further away into the deeper recesses of the corridor. And basically, as you continue your journey down, and when you get to the junction, you begin to see telltale signs that the users have all been pulled into this single chamber at the very far end of the junction, giving you a nice, easy, free walk all the way down. And at the junction to your left is where Falco mentioned that there was some sort of pit. To the right, several chambers, and then again straight on ahead, where the oozers have been either washed or retreated. He wasn't too familiar with that area, but he says that there is at least a large chamber there also.
Garrett restows the decanter and shall we?
Cypher's splodging in the puddles like a toddler.
It's clean. You see that the stone flooring now is, while incredibly old, very clean and quite well made. The architecture of the place is easily 200 years old, if not more.
Reza just nods to Garrett in well done, kind of. But better than an arrow. Good call that.
Definitely better than an arrow.
Wow.
Thank you for finding a way to make an arcane archer feel useless.
It's alright. It's made a DM feel useless as well, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So, with you being at this crossroad, what's the plan?
Garrett, you said we're going right.
Yeah, let's pick a room to check, but let's all keep our eyes open. If there's oozes, there could be other things down here.
Like what?
Things that know to dodge oozes.
Could be other ciphers down here. Right.
I don't think the world's ready for more than one of you.
So with that, you take a right turn, stepping into the right-hand chamber. As you step into this darkened area, you step through a large stone archway and immediately greeted by a drop. As you glance over, you see there are like a separate second floor just beneath your feet. Also, a slightly larger hole that, again, holding your lantern just over the edge, you see there's iron bars there, which gives you the impression that this place goes even deeper underground. Just off to your left and right are several openings to various rooms, but at the moment it's very dark, with the exception of a few unlit torches that dot around the area.
Reza's gonna take her torch back from Falco and carefully start walking around the room and lighting the torches. And she'll say, let's make sure this area is clear before we go any lower.
Alright. So this place, if I remember rightly, used to be some sort of, well, Asmund used it as a storage area, but there was beds and a few other bits, almost like some sort of old underground sanctum for people.
Interesting choice of words.
I'm going to ask you all to roll me initiative.
Oh dear.
Granted, the floor is wet around this area, with the exception of, a lot of the water seems to have rushed over the edge of, or the ledge, down to the lower level and then down even further. But again, no sign of oozes. None of you seem to hear any movement in this large chamber. Reza, you're up first. So having moved and lit the first lantern, what do you do next? Well, that's a little bit too aggressive.
She is going to slowly move up to the edge of this door
Okay.
and sort of peek in this room here with the torch. Make sure it's clear.
As you poke the torch in, there seems to be a lot of furniture in here. Granted, the vast majority of it is dusty, covered in cobwebs, unused. No movement, but there are a few beds, a desk with several implements on, and a small lantern that could be lit.
She's going to move forward and pick up the lantern then and light it.
Alright.
And carry that with her as well.
Alright. You're going double lantern, you're not leaving it there?
Why do you make me nervous with saying things like that?
I'm just asking, I'm just for my own, just whether or not I'm turning lights on or off is all.
Yes, she is going to take this lantern with her
Okay.
and call out to Falco, "Here, I've got another lantern for you."
Alright, thanks, I'll take that off your hands.
And how much? Nothing to fight.
It's
Yeah. So can I
nothing.
keep moving or no?
No, it's. Have you got any movement left?
Well,
Unless you wish to dash.
I can dash to the next
Alright, yeah.
doorway.
Yeah, if you wish to dash, treat it as a combat encounter.
Because I have 40 feet of movement each turn. And she's gonna poke be ready on her next turn
Yeah.
to poke her light into this room.
Okay. Just as you reach the side of the door, you peer in again. Another room You see a shelf, again covered in cobwebs. No movement. Any further actions?
Can I use my bonus action to do anything?
You tell me. Can you?
I don't
Anything
know,
useful?
can you?
And no, I don't think so.
All right, Vanya.
That's it.
Over to you.
All right. Vanya sees that Reza is taking a look on that side, so she's gonna ask Falco to move slightly. Can I get by you?
Of course you
Thank
can.
you.
Go, sweetheart. You get by.
And she's going to take her lamp.
Yes, you've
And,
got a lamp as well. Bear with me. Let me give you a lamp. There we go.
And she is going to peer into this room.
All right. As you peer into the room, you see what appears to be an old alchemical study. Various old vials line a shelf, a central table with, again, dust, cobwebs covering a few old tomes and books, and another lantern able to be lit.
She's going to light that lantern, and then she's going to use the rest of her turn within this to look through some of the books to see if she recognizes any of the writing.
Roll me a investigation check.
Oh, hold on. Was that intelligence or investigation?
No, investigation.
that was
Yeah, you nailed it.
investigation. Okay.
Absolutely fucking nailed it. So as you begin to just quickly bring your lantern over, you light this small lamp on the table, look over them, and the vast majority of the tomes here appear mostly to be journals from some either alchemist or mage from years back. You get the impression that, again, the dates only appear to be, sort of 5 or 10 years ago when Asmund used this place before, but you get the impression that he harbored or rented this place out to a renegade mage. A lot of the information that is in the journals seem to equate to the use of arcane magics and things from below, further down in the depths of this chamber.
She's going to take a couple of them and just put them in her bag to
Okay.
to share with the others later.
Any further actions?
She will move out. Let's see here. That's her movement right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll use her
You've
dash.
already used your dash, by the way.
Oh, I did? Okay. Nope,
Yeah.
that's it for her.
All right.
Green is
Falco-
movement, yellow is dash. Feature reference.
Falco will move and dash to grab the lantern that was left by Reza and just follow up with her. So that's Falco now over there. Next up, we've got Garrett.
Well, as Love's Young Dream is on that side of the room. I'm gonna step round Cypher. Move to the end.
Okay.
My full movement there, and then I'm going to hold.
I'm holding. So good.
That's not what I wanted. 100% pressed the wrong thing there.
So good.
Cunning actions disappeared.
Has it?
It's in your features as a passive ability. Cunning action.
Bear with me. I may need to add it to the bar because yeah, I do. That's my bad, Lee.
There we go.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
There you go.
For now, we'll just do that.
Yeah.
So I'll use that as a dash.
Okay. You've got a lantern as well. Is that correct?
I have got a hooded like
Yeah.
thieves lantern.
Okay. I will put a lantern on you as well then.
I'll have a little glance in this room here.
All right. As you peer into the room, again, there is a lantern on the wall that you could light if you so wish, but this appears to be an old prison cell.
No occupants, I take it.
No occupants. Everything appears... So as you all begin to move through here, you notice that there are no remains, no bones. Very little is left that's of organic matter anyway.
In that case, I'll use my action also to dash
Okay.
and move another 30 feet down the way, and I'll light
Alright.
this lantern next to me.
You like that lantern next to you? Yep. That's fair. Did you like the lantern in the prison or did you leave that one?
I didn't know.
You didn't? Okay. But that one has definitely been lit. Alright. Any further... is that you done?
I've used everything I could possibly use.
Okay. Cypher. Over to
I'm gonna move my movement. And then I want to try something.
you. Okay.
Looking into the abyss, he wants to try and like connect with his shadows and any shadows around, and just whisper in abyssal anything to see if he gets a response from anything living's shadow.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Aye.
As you reach out, there is nothing but silence. Absolute, uneerily silent. Even the shadows don't respond to you.
Cypher will just be like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And since that was my action, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Vanya, in fact, all of you, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Sorry, who was rolling that?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone? Okay.
Everyone. Because,
Did Cypher just wake the beast?
So, Cypher, Vanya, you know nothing. Garrett, Reza, you would see very briefly, just around about. Let me zoom out a little so we've got the whole map. About here, a brief shimmer of movement, as if something was climbing or beginning to mount the edge of this rise.
So like
Again, with
10 to 15 feet away from Reza?
yep, 10 to 15 feet away from Reza, right about there.
Perfect. Love it.
Oh dear. Okay. Let me change this up just a little, because that roll I've just done has changed things.
Bollocks!
Where is there? So, Reza, Garrett, you would notice these long claws just begin to stab into the stones ahead as this creature begins to rise up. You only catch a glimpse of it briefly from the torchlight, and even in, you know, the dim light, it's quite large.
Do you recognize what it is?
Reza, you potentially would. Roll me a history check.
Okie.
$16 is enough. So, as this thing begins to launch itself and grasp onto the onto the stone, this is something called a quiet one, and it is indeed a creature that you have encountered once before in the city below. Let me very quickly, because again, while it's climbing, you may be able to shout something out, but I just need to check.
Alrighty.
Thing.
Quick pee break before this goes down, yeah?
Yeah.
Pee break.
Let's call a quick pee break. Call a quick pee break. While I check this out quick.
Did you say a quiet one or a silent one?
Quiet one. Let me throw the BRB up quick since everyone's. So I'm gonna ask you for 3 rolls when you're ready, Callie, or Reza, sorry.
I am ready.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll me a single history check and then 2 separate arcana checks.
Okay.
History 10. First one, 12. And then last arcana, 22. So, I'm going to DM you something quickly. You can explain this as you so wish.
Okay. Ah.
Okay, you good with that?
Uh-huh. That's so creepy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Come back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Back.
Welcome
I
back.
hurt myself. I tripped over the husky. Smashed
Oh,
my
no.
shin.
You set on him?
No, I tripped over him and smashed my shin off the radiator. Fuck
Oh.
me.
What'd you trip over? I was assuming
husky.
you were talking about your
Dog.
balls.
Dog.
I was
He
like,
tripped
how'd
over
you
a
trip
dog.
over him?
Call me Diesel.
All right,
Probably not
since-
listening, is he?
Since everyone's back, top of the round, Reza, over to you.
So, Reza has recognized this creature and she just whispers, fuck, under her breath. And then she will call out back to Falco and just It knows we're here. Don't get close to it. It might silence you, and they feed on fear. It's nothing to be afraid of here. We can handle this as a group. Vanya, we need your positivity.
Everyone would hear that. So what the main points of that of that shout were what? It feeds on fear and
if you get too close to it, you may be silenced.
okay.
It's called a quiet one.
That's it. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. Over to you, actions. As this thing now eventually reaches the top.
Would she know anything about the best way to fight it?
With what you rolled, no.
Okay. Well, so she is going to move back 40 feet. Just
Okay.
run back 40 feet.
Okay.
Falco, we're backing up now.
But oh, I can't. Oh, what the fuck is that?
I just
Falco
told you,
holds
get
his-
back.
Falco holds his lance up, just seeing the slight shimmer of this barbed creature ahead of him. All right, so you move back.
Yeah, and then she's gonna take Thicket out.
Okay. You would be at disadvantage because it at the moment is not in any direct source of light. You can still see it because of dark vision, because it's not pitch black, but you are at a disadvantage. Because you've just pulled away with your lantern.
Falco has a lantern. I gave it to him.
He's not super close to it.
Falco, get close. No, I'm kidding. All right, I will roll this attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
It's not enough. The arrow just misses by millimeters as the quiet one ducks to the ground, using the claws as leverage.
Do
You do.
I can shoot again, right?
You can. You get
Okay.
You get multi-attack. You get 2 shots.
So she just says shit, and she tries to fire again.
Still not
You
enough.
are fucking consistent, if nothing else.
The second arrow, again, you can see roughly the outline, but this thing's quick, and it just manages to dip at the last moment away from the arrow.
All right. I
Get-
guess I.
You get the impression that this thing can hear very well, or see very well. One of the two. Maybe not see, but
Okay. I think that's all's eyes can do's.
all right. With that, the quiet one immediately springs into action and is going to lunge straight into Falco. With that being the closest light source, as the quiet one comes into Falco's lantern light, you immediately see this large, what can only be described as horror. Very, a multitude of claws extend from its arms. It's got this incredibly kind of shell that covers its back, and what can only be described as a beak, a razor-sharp spiked beak that it just immediately begins to bring down into Falco. So the first attack towards him hits him. The second claw comes in, misses, and then last but not least, it will attempt to bite down towards Falco and hits him again. You all watch as Falco is immediately set upon by this quiet one. The first claw slices through his armor into his stomach, ripping out as it then bites down into his shoulder. Falco immediately drops down to one knee. Vanya, over to you.
All right,
see-
Vanya. Oh,
You would
go ahead.
see Falco try and shout out towards you, but in the light of the lantern, whatever words he's immediately trying to scream out don't reach you.
Okay. So I'm guessing now that it's in the light, she can see it.
Correct.
Does she recognize that from any like within the books that she had thumbed through to see a picture,
No.
like a drawn
Not,
picture?
Not through those books, sadly. Not in the time you spent, in the few seconds you spent just thumbing through them.
Okay. So she's gonna move up closer to the edge, and
Okay.
she's gonna try to target it and use her arcane kaleidoscope.
Okay. 22 hits. So 8 points of damage, and next time someone does damage to it, you do an additional 1d4 points of force damage to it due to Arcane Kaleidoscope. So as this blast of kaleidoscopic energies ripples out from you, Vanya, you hit this quiet one in the side, and it just makes this horrific shriek. Or at least you get the impression it would, as its head's thrown back. Any sound now is muted, silenced from the creature, but it turns its black, beady eyes in your direction. Any further actions? Any bonus actions?
She is going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Garrett.
All right. How are you inspiring him?
She's gonna use her telepathic link and say, Garrett, I think in this situation you're the hero, and we need you to continue being the hero. Save us. We know you can do it.
Is that you done, Vanya?
She is going to use the rest of her movement to move back behind this
Okay.
wall right here.
All right. Falco then. Having been carved up, currently bleeding out from his stomach and the bite across his shoulder, he's going to disengage, drop the lantern to the ground in the space where the quiet one is, and begin trying to GTFO, get the fuck out. As he jumps to the side of Reza, he's going to pull out his short bow for next time, for when he can activate. So with that, yeah. So as Falco's beginning to limp back, he draws his short bow and just begins to unsteadily knock an arrow into the string. Garrett, over to you.
Seeing Falco move.
Can you just turn yourself up just a touch, please, Garrett, if you don't mind, mate?
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Sorry.
Seeing Falco move. Garrett's gonna stay in the light
Mm-hmm.
and not move. And he's gonna look at the back of this thing's head.
Okay.
And manifest his knives. And take steady aim. Pulls his arm back. And launches with a psychic blade.
All right. 16.
Which
It's not
should have
enough.
been at advantage.
All right, roll a second attack. 22 will hit.
22.
That'll certainly do it. As a
That's
psychic
what
blade
steady aim
slammed into
does.
it. It's good shit. All right, there we go.
totally didn't have that targeted, but we get the idea.
Yeah.
And because I use steady aim,
You get your sneak attack.
I do.
That didn't work. let's
3d6.
Let's 3d6 for sneak. Yeah, shit's freaking balls. 3d6. Okay, roll it. Click sneak attack and do it again, please, Garrett. Sorry, buddy. There we go.
Another
Extra
10 to move.
All right. As you launch the blade into the back of this quiet one, it seems to just shudder and shake. A claw reaches over its shoulder, trying to get to this source of pain behind it, and eventually now it takes its beady eyes off of Vanya and looks towards you, Garrett.
And as it turns, it gets another psychic blade thrown at it.
All right.
Which misses horribly.
Which does miss horribly, sadly. The blade just skims past it. As it's turning, you throw it, missing it by millimeters. And you begin to see it crouch down. It sticks its claws into the stonework below, and as a legendary action, it will move. So it's going to move 25 feet to there. And another 20 feet. This thing sets off at an insane pace, ripping stonework apart as the claws dig into the ground. And yeah, it covers 40 feet in seconds before riding right up to you, Garrett, with these two giant bone-like spears outstretched. That you done?
Yeah, I've done
Okay.
everything I can possibly do.
So that legendary action was for it to move. Cypher, over to you.
Cypher, seeing Garrett in danger, holds out a hand, and with 5 voices overlapping, it goes, "We are one. We are the darkness. We are Legion."
The fuck?
I cast Legion.
Alright. Combat carousel's fucked. I've just noticed that. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't get it up if you right-click the swords and on the combat encounters. You can see combat
Yeah.
tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the actual carousel from before, though, annoyingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Legion. So, what happens, Cypher, as you cast Legion?
Out of the shadows, just this pool creeps along the floor, and it's just like a big, like a 10-foot, just a blob of shadow on the floor, and then out of it, just bodies just start appearing, and so to Garrett's left, he just sees, 5 or 6 just shades just standing in a huddle in certain different states of coalescing, some with one arm and others with 3 arms and no head.
Are you muted again, Solution?
I am. Is that you done, Cypher?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, then, I'm just going to throw in a second legendary action. As the claws now swing down towards Garrett. The first slash. Miss.
Ilbra.
The second slash. Also miss. Last but not least, as it comes in with the spiked beak.
Oh yeah,
That one would hit. For 15 points of... Well, it's actually 11 points of piercing damage. 14 points of piercing damage, 1 point of psychic. But yeah, 15 total.
Well, I shall use uncanny dodge on that, I feel.
Yeah. I don't blame you. So half that. So as this spiked beak begins to bite down towards you, you pull away at the last minute and it just ends up catching your forearm slightly. And with that, start the round. Reza.
Alright. She's gonna just be swearing under her breath. Well, if I had, the right thing click. He's gonna move 40 feet.
Okay.
And then dash up another 40.
Okay.
Well, 25 to get directly behind this creature. And she's gonna have her blade out, and I don't think I can attack it.
Correct.
But she's going to be behind it. What's that?
You do have a bonus action if you got anything to use.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
But, okay, so for my bonus action, she's gonna pull her knife out, her malice blade out.
Okay.
Like she's ready to attack. And attempts to yell to Garrett, get out of here. Just, these things are incredibly dangerous. And that's her turn.
All right. The Quiet One itself is going to disengage.
Before it does that, it takes an attack from Legion.
It does. 20 hits.
20.
The shadows begin to grasp out towards the Quiet One. For 16 points.
16 damages.
All right. The shadows begin to just tear parts of the flesh from this aberration. Good call there. I'm glad you noticed it. And it is going to disengage from this combat. And begin to immediately see Cypher cast spells and just sprint towards him. So
that's difficult to try. And
it is indeed. So 5 feet turns to 10. So 20. Because this is a large creature, that would be 30 feet of movement to get out of it, which leaves him with 20 feet of movement left, which would get him to there. But it did disengage. That's his action, and that's his movement. He's got no bonus actions. So you immediately see Garrett, Reza, as you draw the blade and begin to strike towards it, this thing just leaps off to the side, battling through this amalgamation of grasping shadows from Cypher's Legion spell as it just begins to sprint down towards him. Vanya, over to you.
So Vanya would know that it's like sensitive to sound and all of that, just like, right?
You would hear that, yeah. What?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not so,
Okay.
Yeah. You again. Reza called out that anyone who gets close to it, could be silenced, and you get the impression that it's in the darkness. It may not be able to see perfectly. So again, a logical conclusion is it can hear pretty well.
Okay, so she's gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And do it kind of like where it sounds like it's coming from this dark hole.
Okay.
And it's gonna make just all like loud clanging noises, just that kind of like echoes, but can tell that it's down there to try to lure the creature down into there.
roll me a deception check. All right. As this thing's now sprinting down the corridor towards Cypher, you begin to erupt with this noise of clanging, and as it gets close to Cypher with its claw outstretched, it immediately just turns its attention to its right as its head just peers over the edge to this sound. And with that, any further actions, Vanya?
No, she's gonna stay hidden behind the wall right there.
Okay. In that case, then, as a legendary action from the Quiet One, it's going to immediately leap down past Cypher, ignoring him momentarily, and then leap down once more into the depths, where you begin to hear it for a few seconds just clatter and scrape around as it begins to tear up the stonework and iron grate below. And after that, it realizes it's been tricked and will leap back up 20 to there. Falco, in the meantime, will, seeing this happen, stick an arrow in the damn thing. Come on, Falco. God damn it. Already in a blooded and bruised state, Falco just can't seem to get the aim, and he, while trying not to pass out, looses an arrow that just hits the cobbles, skitters off. Garrett, over to you.
I tell you, I can see it from where I am now.
You can, but it's in the dark now. There is no lantern down there, so you will be at disadvantage.
So I'll take steady aim once again,
Okay.
which will cancel out the disadvantage.
It will
and
indeed.
Make it a normal roll.
That is correct.
I'll put that up just for mechanical reasons.
Aye, aye. First blade just ends up slamming into the stonework below.
So then we'll just go on with the second blade.
All right. And again, the second
also
also.
does fuck all.
Fuck all. Yeah. But
And that's me.
it does notice these two purpley hued blades just slam alongside it, and for a moment it looks up, peers in your direction, Garrett. Cypher, over to you.
For
Sorry,
that,
go.
I'm just going to shout it. Come on, come and get me.
Roll me a intimidation or persuasion. Your choice.
Same difference.
15? Alright.
You know what? I'm going to... where is it? God damn it. Side bastard Max disappeared as well.
Yeah.
Leeches. There we go.
Alright. Shit's fucked you.
That should be a D6.
Yeah. 4/R 1d6 for the moment.
Yeah.
It might be easier than me. Yeah, so that's kind of what I need to go over since we've migrated servers. Oh, you jammy bastard. Alright. So that takes up to 20. I rolled a 20 on the Quiet One's intimidation. So it's literally going to come down to a twist of fate, Garrett. Since you both rolled exactly the same. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. it turns its attention now and just seems to focus towards you, Garrett. All right. Any further actions, or are you done?
No, I've got nothing else I can do.
Cypher, over to you.
First up, he's going to get a shadow ball.
All right. Now, as you begin to reach out for Shadow Bolt, there are no sounds. Nothing happens. You are within a range of this creature to be silenced.
Yeah. I am going to move.
So just with that, I'm going to throw this up quickly so you can all see it. Silent is... The Quiet One generates a permanent 20-foot radius aura with the same effect as the Silence spell. It does not require concentration, and if dispelled, the Quiet One can renew it with a bonus action. But that was your action to cast the spell.
So I'm just going to move, and then I'm going to Misty Step,
Okay.
which isn't working.
No, again,
That'll take me to there.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just move myself. Cool.
Yeah, if you can
There
make
we
a
go.
list of what is and what isn't working, I'll try and remember as much as I can, but...
Everything.
Misty Step might be from me earlier on testing it to see if it was working, actually. I forgot to tell you about that one.
Okay, no worries, man. This
That's
thing's
puzzle player, but-
intelligence. Okay. It's done its legendary actions for the turn, so we go to Reza.
Alright, Reza, seeing that Garrett was trying to, like, lure it back to where they are, she's not gonna move. Am I at disadvantage to fire on it where it is right now?
It is in the dark. You are.
It's in the dark. Okay. I need to look at something real quickies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that works,
'Cause I
Cypher.
know.
What happened?
Misty Step works.
Okay. Now of all times.
It's okay.
It is okay.
Alright, I'm throwing up thicket here.
Okay.
Use name shot.
Yeah, aimed shot, but does that give me advantage?
No. Just gives you extra damage.
Just gives me extra damage. Okay, so, but I'm gonna use aim shot and try to hit it,
Okay.
attacking at disadvantage.
$16. It's not enough.
Try and hit it again.
$25 will do it.
Yay.
So that is gonna be aim shot.
So as you let loose the arrow.
Versatile. Okay.
Yep.
Fuckity. Fuck.
Any arcane
That
archer
should have
stuff?
been a D10, by the way.
I'm gonna yes, I'll make that a draining shot.
I'll add 2 to it. So 4, make it 6. Okay, throw drain shot up. So, creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 necrotic damage, so roll the damage. All right.
That's not
I
working.
knew that was
And
coming.
that's gonna happen. /R 2d6. And I am going to throw up
That's better.
that.
Con save.
For the con
Okay,
save.
that's fine. So its damage isn't halved, but you know,
Correct.
it
Yeah,
took
it still
10
takes
more damage.
So it took 16 damage in total. I had a +2 because I think it's meant to be extra. It's meant to be 1d10, so. All right.
Okay. That's it.
So the Quiet One's actual turn, it immediately leaps up onto the stonework, sets off towards Garrett, so that's currently 15 feet of movement. Let me just quickly roll a intelligence check. All right. It's smart, but obviously not that smart. So, with that, so 15, 25, 35, 45. We'll get it literally into
Oh, it's inside Legion now.
Legion. Yeah.
Alright, it takes an attack from Legion.
All right. So as the thing begins to sprint down to 18 hits, it's immediately caught up. Again, the sight of this thing's not great, but it's hearing pretty good. Shadows are silent. Takes another 12 points of damage. Okay. As the shadows reach out and grasp it. So that was move. It's in range of Garrett, so it would be rude not to. Garrett's taunting, the claws begin to strike down. The first one, 18.
Hit.
Alright, the first claw strikes in towards Garrett for 16 points of damage. The second claw strikes down. 14.
Miss.
Miss. Alright, last but not least. Just gonna go in for a bite.
Just hit.
15.
And I'll use Uncanny Dodge on that last one.
So yeah, in a fit of rage, the Quiet One just starts lunging through, trying to rip through these shadows towards Garrett. The first claw finding its mark, the second one embedding into the stones in the wall behind him, before at last but not least, the razor-sharp beak of this creature just latches towards Garrett. Vanya.
This works. Okay, so she's gonna tiptoe out, which is not gonna do her any good.
Okay.
Let's see how far.
At this
she
point,
is.
it is in light.
Okay. So what she's gonna do is, because she's out of that 20-foot radius,
Yeah.
she is going to, she's going to mage hand her lantern and drop the fire onto it.
Okay, with the double, the extra oil loaded in, yeah?
Yes. And then
Okay.
that way that the flames are flickering up, it's hard for it to see, hopefully. It's on fire now.
Yeah,
It
it's
is-
on fire now.
Yeah, it is a ball.
It's currently focused on Garrett, so I will say that it happens. You immediately send out the mage hand, and the mage hand just floats off with this lantern, dropping it onto the Quiet One. And at that moment, I need you to roll me a. Let's go for Forces R 1d3. Okay, so this thing will be on fire for 2 rounds. Alright, that's not that one. That one there. And we will give it some juicy, juicy lighting. For it being torched. There we go. So, as the lantern's dropped, the oil just coats the top of the quiet one, and with the slight spark, just the whole thing just goes up like a bonfire, illuminating it in the darkness of this large chamber. It seems to throw its head back and screech, but Garrett, Reza, no one would hear it due to the silence field that it emanates. Any further actions, Vanya?
No, she's going to remain perfectly still.
All right. In that case, it's definitely going to throw in a legendary action. It didn't like that, and it's going to turn on its heel. So it's 10. So it's currently in it. So 10. So that'd be 10 feet to get to there, 20 feet to get out of it, 30 feet left.
Anyway, we get attacks of opportunity as
Yeah, you'd all get attacks of opportunity as it begins to turn and sprint towards Vanya. On fire.
I think Garrett's the
howling.
only one that gets an attack of an opportunity, right?
Yes, Garrett would be.
Oh,
I don't.
crap.
I don't have a reaction.
He doesn't, yeah.
Fuck!
I have a question. Could it see me since I don't have the lantern and I'm kind of in the dark area?
It has blind sense.
Oh.
It can't see you, but it can certainly hear you.
I breathed
And
too hard.
Mage Hand is a verbal spell, which you have to mutter as incantation to cast. And maybe it's not you that it wants, but you're there in the way. So, as a legendary action, it will move straight in front of you. Falco will try and shoot it. As
Did
the
the fire
arrow,
do any damage to it? Sorry to interrupt.
at the end of the turn, yes.
Ah, cool.
Falco hits it. And just 4 points of damage, alright, as he punctures through the upper arm of this beast. Yeah, so fire wouldn't immediately cause it damage, it would slowly burn. So basically at the end of each turn, it will take fire damage.
Cool.
Garrett, over to you.
Okay, well, the first thing Garrett is going to do is get busy with a greater healing potion.
Alright, I mean, that's smart. You were looking pretty low there. Fucking, that's a good roll.
I will take that roll.
Yeah. So that's your bonus action to down the healing potion.
I'm a real boy. Okay, and I'm gonna still stand next to this Legion pit of fucking nastiness because
Yep.
cool as shit.
Yeah. Slows it down.
But I'm gonna yeet a couple of knives at Big Spiky and Bernie.
Alright, you can certainly see him. He's on fire at the minute. 15's
Still
not
can't
enough.
bloody hit him though.
It's not that you can't hit him, you do, it's just the sheer amount of this thick chitinous armor on his back, the blades just won't go through it. So yeah, sadly both blades just stick into this armored shell on the back of this quiet one as it's currently barreling its way in Vanya's direction. Oh, Garrett, I'm sorry, man. Any movement?
Nah.
No. Cypher, over to you.
First of all, we're going to Met Magic Quicken spell
Okay.
and use 2 sorcery points. 1 and 2. And then we're going to cast some spellage.
Okay.
And we're going to Gloom Barrage the fuck out of it.
All right.
I'll just... Yeah, I'll put it up twice. Because I'm casting it twice, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll just click damage 6 times, yeah?
Yeah. All right, so
How many is that? Is that all 6?
1,
1, 2, 3,
2,
4, 5, 6. Yes.
apply damage 4, apply damage 5,
17.
apply damage 6. There we go. All right.
And as a bonus action, in Abyssal, Cypher will go. Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. That's my turn.
All right. So it's done its 2 legendary actions. Top of the round, Reza.
Do more aimed shots.
Okay.
She can see him now, right? No disadvantage on
Absolutely.
that burning fire
This,
thing.
actually, sorry, before we do that, Vanya, I need you to roll me 4d6, please, as the oil that's been burning away at this creature.
That's a nice roll. That's a very nice roll.
Oh! From up close, you see this thing's flesh beginning to just peel and crackle away. And in spite of it heading towards you, Vanya, its attention's not on you. You notice it's looking towards the exit directly behind you. Alright, Reza, over to you.
We're gonna make this another aimed shot.
Okay.
First shot.
26 certainly hits. You let the arrow loose, punctures through the armor.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Gonna fire again, another aimed shot.
Okay. 15, no. This time the arrow just bounces off the back of this creature.
I'm gonna action surge
Okay.
and fire again.
She was a fighter, I forgot.
That means I
Yeah.
get two more
It
bow
does
shots,
indeed.
right?
Yep, 25, that hits.
Okay. Yep.
Third arrow let loose for another 11 points
11.
of damage.
And last arrow.
Yep. 18, just enough.
Yeah.
For
4 points of
Alright,
damage.
throw up your action surge just so it's...
Yeah, let me find it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
So, I'm going to
Okay.
be an absolute piece of shit. But I'm not, because this is in this stage where now this creature is under a lot of threat. You know, it's got a multitude of cuts, blows, spells that have ripped into it. It's on fire. This thing isn't done. It needs to get out of dodge. So, straight off the bat, at the end of Reza's turn, I'm going to throw up their legendary action. For the first attack into Vanya is going to be the first claw towards her. 16, is that a hit?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so as the first claw dives in, 10 points of damage. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please, Vanya. Ooh, against. No.
Oh dear.
So, as
I'm gonna get
it's going to forgo its second attack to basically just slam into you with its claw and just launch you off the side out of its way. 10 feet, and then probably another 10 feet down. For 6 points of bludgeoning damage. So as this claw slams into you, not only doing the damage itself as this huge, sharp bone spear just punches into you, you're then launched off the side of the walkway, out of its way. As you hit the stones below, it does another 6 points of damage, and with that comes the turn of the Quiet One, and it will move 30 feet, move again, its full 50 feet of movement to there, and then dash, which will get it back into the corridors below the Baron's Folly.
Well, shit.
Yes. With that though, that would bring an end to combat. But Vanya, I do need you to roll me another /R 4d6, please. Because it had 2 turns of being on fire. All right. Okay. Let's see what comes with that later.
Bet it's on a fucking bee's dick of hell.
That's why I action searched. I was hoping.
As you all begin to, get ready to try and bring this thing down, in a split second, it just sets off at a full sprint, ripping a few of the tiles up with its clawed feet as it sets off. You notice it at the last minute just immediately slam into Vanya, catapulting her off the side before, at the last moment, ducking through the door out of the chamber.
Serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you rip my dress?
Oh! Roll me an acrobatics check to see how you land. Let's go for a DC of 10. 10. So go on.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh! No, you're fine. You managed to just at the last minute tuck and roll. The dress is
Can I chase him?
If you want to chase him, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
Even your dash wouldn't get you too far. So again, you've still got time to for all of you to shout or do something.
Reza shouts, "We can't let that thing get out of here. It's from the city below."
As she passes by, I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on her.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say, use those legs like you've never used those legs before. Run as quick as the wind. You are an inspiration.
Thank you. So I've just done my first 80 feet to get to where I am.
Yep. And it started off at 100 feet. Rest of you. So, Garrett, Cypher, Vanya, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna get out of the hole.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Do I have to take the stairs to get out, or can I just get out?
You can try and climb up if you want.
Think of the dress.
Ow, she's gonna use the stairs.
Alright, so moving a dash.
Hang on,
That was...
Cunning action.
Alright. So we will say that you're all set off in pursuit.
I'm in the corridor.
I'm off the bloody map.
Yeah, I'm actually there. With my cunning action.
What's your maximum movement with your cunning action, Garrett?
30, 60, 90.
90. Okay. And move and dash for Reza would be 80.
80, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I just need to get close enough to shoot it with an arrow.
Oh shit, I just realised what I did earlier. Okay. So, Garrett would be first, then Reza would be 10 feet behind him. And then Falco's wounded, followed by Cypher and Vanya. Okay. So as you all begin to sprint off, chasing the quiet one, just as you exit the doorway, you're back at the T-junction. Garrett and Reza, you'll both notice at the last minute, it just takes a sharp right, heading towards the central chamber, the one that Falco didn't know what it contained. Are you all just barreling, following it through?
I'm going to get to the edge and just have a quick look in before I bomb through into the unknown.
Okay, let me just quickly change that to its actual HP. It's no longer on fire.
So,
Yeah.
Reza is going to see it turn. And she kind of shouts to everyone, maybe there's a reason this wasn't being used anymore. Perhaps we should just lock it back up for another day till we're more prepared.
Garrett, roll me a quick investigation check as you peer around the corner. That moment of you just pausing, with you being in the lead and looking around, gives it enough chance for it to just gain a little bit more momentum. And before it disappears into the dark, through your, with your dark vision, you see it just immediately carve through 2 or 3 urban oozes that had been washed into this chamber by the earlier geyser. In fact, let's bring you into this, just so that, considering you're all stopping, and say this is the edge. Or at least what you can see. There we go. So from your little corner, as it ran through, the central 3 oozes are just carved apart as this quiet one just carves through and continues its sprint through the main chamber.
Can Reza fire at it from there?
If you want to go straight into combat, if that's the plan.
So, actually, what is it running towards? What on earth is going on here? What does it know that we don't, Falco?
Falco's not there. He's way behind,
Oh, shit.
injured. He's had his guts torn out and his shoulders smashed. He's not in a good way.
She says, we've got to stop it. So she's gonna, the side of Garrett. She's gonna try and bring it down. Get back just in case. I can't do an aim shot, can I? Because I've just been running, or
Depends.
no?
Roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, quiet one. You failed me with your initiative roll of 5.
How dare you!
You have failed me for the last time. So yeah, Reza.
Motherfucking aim shot.
All right. Disadvantage because it's in the dark.
Oh, clit. Alright, I'll roll again. Oh, yeah.
The arrow just misses by. It ducks to the ground at the last minute. Focus solely on getting away.
This is my actual turn, right? So I can shoot again?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not enough. Second arrow.
So shit.
It wants to get away, so it's going to... Legendary action. Immediately turn around on the spot. Sprint a little towards you all. And cast. Oh, no, it's not going to get everyone there. For a moment, those who were close by would feel this silence just fail as its mouth and jaw almost unhinge slightly, and this awful, echoing, piercing screech is emitted by the quiet one. Garrett and Reza, I need you both to make me a wisdom saving throw.
We have advantage on this, right? Because we're half elves.
Against fear? Don't believe you do.
That's charmed.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no,
Of
Lee!
course.
Oh no! So yeah, both of you immediately just hold your ears as this piercing screech rings out, causing you both to be disorientated. Let's just throw that on for now, since that's the quickest thing I can do. And with that, it will then 30 feet start sprinting away. Garrett, over to you. You can choose at the start of your turn to try and shake off the effects with another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh my god!
Really?
Oh no! Oh no!
Foundry's
Oh.
waiting, like normal.
Foundry is just... it's... Oh no. I'm so sorry, my dude. Cypher.
But don't I get anything I can do? Because usually fear, you just can't get closer.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry. In that case, yes. With fear, I believe you can do. Creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is in line of sight. It's in the darkness, which I would say by this point it's fleeing. That wouldn't really make a difference. And you can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So yes, so no, you can still act as normal. Actually, that's my bad.
Okay,
but yeah,
no
if
worries.
anything but if you attack it again, you're at disadvantage anyway because it's dark, so that doesn't really matter. So you're in, it's so yeah, you can attack it, you just can't move closer to it.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flask of oil out of my bag,
Okay.
quickly wrap a bit of cloth around it,
Yeah.
set light to it from my lantern, and yeet it at its back.
Oh my god. Okay. I would say that to me sounds like I'll probably say just dexterity or acrobatics. Yeah, or it's an improvised attack. Let's go for just straight dexterity check.
Dexterity?
Yeah. Are you targeting it or just throwing it in front of you?
I'm trying to hit it, but if it lands on the floor near it, it's still going to burn its tootsies. Because it's oil and it will spray.
Yeah. So yeah, just roll me a dexterity check.
Okay, and it's
13. So you don't hit it directly, but go on.
I can, because it's dexterity, which I'm proficient in.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Button's not there.
No, it's not. Shit's fucked, yo. You probably just have to force HR, because I'm not sure whether that'll work. 18, bang on. Bang on. So. Let's go with that. And of course, we will want that there. And last but not least, on here somewhere, I have that. So as you launch this oil, 18 hits it, slamming it in its back. Again, with it being fire, it doesn't immediately cause it damage, but at the end of the round it will. But it immediately just sets its back on fire. And roll me a Twist of Fate. Let's see if it hits the slimes as well. Not both of them, but let's go with one. So let's just say it hits. That's the lowest slime there. That also catches fire. And we'll add another light source to that. So at the moment you've got both an urban ooze and the quiet one illuminated and on fire, and at the end of the turn it'll take 4d6 damage. Any further actions, Garrett?
I'm just going to say to the guys around me, you can see it. Now hit it and kill it.
Just very quickly, Sneezer. No, at the moment, no health. Reason being, we've moved to a new Foundry server, and all of the little bits that integrate are not currently working, so stuff's a little bit balked at the minute until next week. This was kind of like the first time on the new server. There are issues. There are issues. So, with that, this thing being on fire, Cypher, over to you.
Cypher's gonna move forward. It's full movement.
Okay.
And he's really annoyed by this horrible fucking cretinous creature. So he's gonna cast Meta Magic Quicken spell. Boom.
Yeah.
Sorcery points. Sorcery points. Now I'm out of sorcery points. And now we're going to cast some spells.
Alright. So Legion immediately goes up.
We're going to put a Legion in front of him.
Oh.
And then, because I quicken spell, I'm going to Gloom Barrage him.
Okay.
At second level.
Alright.
Five.
God damn it. The fear on Garrett and Reza is broken.
Yay!
So what was that? 5, 2, 4, and a 4. Okay. It's not looking good for this thing. It's now beginning to stumble and stagger as its rear back arm is blown out by the gloom barrage. The multiple burns it suffered from Vanya's oil, along with now Garrett's oil pot burning it away, and the multitude of arrows stuck in its back. It's missing a crater in its chest where the arcane kaleidoscope hit it. Any further actions?
And that is my turn.
All right, Vanya.
Oh, solution. I still don't have my my 3rd level spell slots available to use, but I'll just
If you want to use it, I can add one in there. There you go. You've got one to use if you wish.
I'd say that one. Since he's got that, let's do. I'm gonna cast magic missile, but
All
do
right.
it at 2nd level.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so I get, what is that? 5?
4.
4.
I
Yep.
do it every time, don't I? Every time I want to do 5. Okay. So there's 1,
Okay.
2,
4,
3.
6.
Jesus, could you roll anything other than a 1?
Yay!
No, so close but so far. Any bonus actions, Vanya?
No, none that do damage, so
I'm an idiot.
unless you give me control flames where I can like make it go even hotter. No, okay, that's it.
What does control flames do?
I mean, I could make it like expand and fuel
Extinguish,
harder.
Double, halve the air, bright light. Yeah, no, nothing that could. In fact, no, control flames is.
It's an action.
Yeah. All right. Quiet one. Start of its turn.
Takes an attack from Legion.
It does. Fucking hell.
By the way, this spell was your idea. Just point this out.
Yes! Get fucked!
That was a gloom barrage.
Oh yeah, that was a gloom barrage. Delete
Okay.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Alright, let me put that HP back. Go on.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah,
instead
never
of
mind.
Bullhead.
Alright, so with this thing now on fire, it doesn't immediately die. You know, this thing doesn't die easily. Cypher ending it, what do you all do to finish this thing off? So, let's Reza, go on. Let's start with you. As it's now stumbling, dropping to a knee.
Oh, she's totally slapping a aim shot into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's dead. It's definitely... That kills it. So, go for it.
Okay.
You all basically put in the last few rounds. Think it hits it in the back.
4 points.
Yeah, no, you don't need to worry about straight rolls. Just explain to me how this thing dies. How do you
So
do
I
it?
think as it's kind of like wobbling around after taking that hit from Legion, Reza just plants her feet, pulls her bow back, and says, "No, this time," and just fires into its back.
All right. With that, Vanya, what do you do?
Vanya's gonna like, she's like, well, it's already dying, you know, it's on fire. She's gonna instead see the ooze to the left hand side and is going to just kind of cast control flame so that that one catches on fire too.
Oh,
So it just kind of
Love it. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
You just see the fire just as this quiet one's dropping to its knees now, burning and crackling away. The fire just leaps over, engulfing. Oh, Garrett.
Seeing that the oozes are on fire, the thing's genuine dog shit. Garrett's gonna get his medical kit out and start trying to bind his chest up, which is a real mess.
You are not wrong. All right, in that case then, Cypher. How does it end?
Cypher just pours all of his strength into Legion until there's literally a Legion there, just pummeling the thing, tearing it limb from limb. There's just shades all over it, just tearing it apart, taking its limbs off and stabbing it with its own parts, and just assaulting these fucking poor slimes that fucking didn't know anything was going on. So he's just like, he's going full hamburgers with Legion, just tearing everything apart.
And with that, as the fire begins to slowly die down to naught, but it's just a few embers. The chamber goes quiet. Garrett, roll me a medicine check as you bandage yourself.
Yay, because it always works.
I'm hoping to see not a crit fail today. 12.
12,
I'll give you,
I'll take it.
Yeah. I'll
That
give
might have been the
you-
highest one yet.
Roll me a d4. All right. I'll give you four temporary hit points for the moment until.
I'll take it.
Yeah, for the moment until you can sort of get it properly looked at. Just on the off chance something else happens while you're down here. But with that would be combat over. What do you all do?
Are these slimes murdered in the process, are they?
Absolutely, yeah. They're all, everything's just cooked.
Cypher turns around, runs into the arms of Garrett and goes, are you okay?
I'll be fine, little one. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Reza is going to sling her bow across her back. She seems to be like perturbed about something, if you can see the expression on her face, and she pulls the greater healing potion that she has out of her pack and hands it to Garrett and says, in case you get rid on yourself again before we're out of here.
Thank you.
So I do propose we retreat rapidly, and we need to better prepare ourselves to explore this place now that that thing has been here. And those of you who don't know about the city below, we might need to have a little story time.
Okay.
We're going to need to block access for anything else that can get into here because it's too close for comfort.
I agree. Well,
Vanya, how many walls you got left on that cool cloak of yours?
I think I've got one. No walls.
Right, well,
I have an iron door that Garrett can make sure that has a sturdy lock on it.
and then we could pile all those boxes in front of the door. Well, let's go get Falco and get out of here.
Oh yeah, Falco. Cypher runs up.
Cypher, careful!
It's alright, I got a potion!
Also, guys, I grabbed those books in there. It looked like they were testing some arcane magic and stuff down here. Maybe they can give us an idea of, what all we might be facing down here.
Good. Right. Come on, let's go. Let's get all of you tidied up. Get out of here.
And Vanya's already used like prestidigitation on herself, and she is like pristine, clean.
That one there.
I'm gonna give a portion of healing to Falco when I
Falco.
get to yeah.
Yeah. So as you all begin to retreat out of this far chamber, back into the crossroads, to your right is the chamber that this thing first crawled out of. Sorry, to the left is the chamber that this thing crawled out of. To the right is the chamber you've not explored yet. And obviously straight ahead, just where you've come from, is this other chamber where you've just finished off the quiet one. Falco makes his way, leaning against the walls of the dark corridors. Lantern in one hand, blood running down his arm in the other, and he holds the lantern up. He's like, "Oh fuck! Oh. Did you get it?"
Yeah, I got it. Drink this.
Oh,
It's yucky. It's bad. It's pretty bad.
You stuff it in his mouth and make him drink it.
Yeah. It's literally pressed to his face as I'm saying this. Drink it. Drink. Drink it.
Roll me a healing potion. 6 points to Alco. All right. As he's chugging away at this potion, he coughs, splutters for a moment before gripping his arm and shoulder in pain in his stomach as he bowls over as the potion kicks in and begins to knit, or slowly at least, the wounds together. Not enough to completely bring him back to the land of the living, but definitely enough
Just
to ease
enough
his
to
pain.
stop him bleeding. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
So I'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was gonna hurt.
Oh, those things fucking hurt. Oh, it's meant to be healing. This is torture.
Reza catches up to them at that point and kind of puts Falco's other arm over her shoulder and says, "Come on, Nancy, let's go."
Oh, fucking hell. That thing was more rough than me with you. Oh.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Alright, well, you lot can tell me about it later. Just get me back to the folly. Fuck this place.
Right, come on.
So while that's happening, Vanya, are you doing anything to shore up the back, or are you leaving it for the moment to discuss first?
I get she'll follow beside Garrett, and we'll discuss how he wants me to do the iron door, or helping him with the lock and to seal it. So, Garrett,
Yes.
are you okay enough to talk?
Of course I'm okay to talk. Just a scratch.
Well, Falco was kind of screaming a little bit. I didn't. So are you okay with the iron door idea to kind of seal this off? Just make it a little bit more, sturdy, or
What, this room we're in now, or?
no, like the door to go down into this, or do you want the door here, or?
The door at the top? What, the door from the cellar to down here?
Yeah, so nothing can get up and get out.
I mean, it's a very sturdy door that's there now.
Okay,
If we
so
barricade it as it was before.
Are
But
you
I
mean-
intend...
Sorry, just to clarify, because I'm also lost. Do you mean
Yeah.
the actual cellar door to the corridor, Vanya, or are you trying to block off the entrance into that big chamber where you've just killed the quiet one?
I thought we were trying to make sure nothing gets out from down here.
Okay, so you
So-
you barricade the main door in the cellar of the Folly. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to double check that.
But if you're okay with, you think the door is sturdy, I mean, I'm not gonna waste my
Well,
iron door.
it's kept everything out the folly for however many years.
It's probably France's smell of cooking is probably
A
kept
few
him
more
out.
days is going to hurt because I intend for this place to be cleared out.
Okay. Well, I'll just so I won't mess with it. We'll just stack things back up again.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
All
For
right.
me.
So with that, you all begin to make your way back through the long corridor, eventually to the stairwell that leads up to the large door to the cellar of the Folly. Opening the door and stepping inside first is Cypher, followed by Reza and Falco. Last but not least, Vanya and Garrett. And with the heavy door closing behind you and the key turned, locking it away, you can all let out a deep, relieved sigh. Yes, the Folly's cellar is dark, damp, smells of stale ale. But it feels safe, familiar. And, I dare say...
Once everybody's through, before we close the door, Cypher is going to reach into his pack and put his pet Gnarljack trap down.
Oh, I like it.
Alright, so you're leaving the Gnarljack trap on the other side of the door in the... Alright.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. So with that then, we'll... I think that's a good place to end it, and we can discuss the aftermath straight in next session. Just get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see what Vanya brought back with the documents, and discuss the plan of clearing out the rest of the chambers. And yeah, why something from the city below is in there.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
All right. Any further questions, comments, things you wish to bring forth before we close it out?
Well, that was a nasty creature, wasn't it?
It's fucking awful.
I was expecting rat fucks, and instead we got a fucking changer of the ways.
I love it.
Bullshit.
I love it. It was great.
Can we have
Lay-
a long rest to prepare?
You think you've got 3 days to prepare?
It doesn't hurt to ask.
We just killed the thing that was keeping the rats at bay, by the way.
Oh no.
I mean, if you want a 3-day long rest, you are welcome to one. But we'll discuss. I'll leave that amongst yourselves to discuss for next session. If you want a rest, you can. But Cypher certainly brings up a a valid point.
Oh.
Yes, go on, Garrett.
Hang on. Obviously, the button for this has disappeared as well.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna do a sonic recovery and get a
some dice
die
back.
back.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, so next session then, we will pick up literally where we left off, in the basement of the Baron's Folly, in the aftermath of killing this quiet one, this aberration from the city below. Yeah, on that then, I dare say goodbye, chat.
Goodbye,
Doodle
chat.
Pipski.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 21 of Pariahs. Let's throw in some of the old ending music, which should be in here somewhere. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, as always, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that somewhat darker episode. People getting injured. And I hope to see you all next Sunday for episode 22 of Pariahs. pirates. So with that, thank you very much. Ta for now. Let's find someone to raid.